look, you've gotten worse, bro. So now what I want everyone to understand, this is what I want everyone to understand. There's a new sheriff in town, and his name is Arteta, and he's here to dominate the league for the next few years. There's a new sheriff in town, and it's Big Teta. Big Teta, the Arsenal, we're back. We are back. The Invincibles, they're nothing. They're nothing compared to what the next 5 years is going to be. Big Teta and the Arsenal have rolled into town, bro, on the chariot made of gold, bro, whipping up horses. We're going at 100 miles per hour. The pet reign of terror is over. There is a new sheriff in town, and it is us. You're all pissed. I'm telling you now, you man are all pissed. All my ops are in hell. Aston Villa in hell.
No, I'm laughing, bro. Did you just say?
Hell. All my ops.
By the way, just let you know.
Brother, oh my goodness. Oh my, no, man. He's looking right across the line. Dimwit, bro. Oh my goodness, right there.
Cal's crashing up. Cal's crashing up.
Bobby, got someone right. Oh my god, for the life of me, bro. Oh my, for the life of me.
No, man, fully crashed out. Hey, man, he was at home just watching.
Just chatting to him. He's just chatting to him on the bench. I wonder if I'll get away with it. No, you might not deep in it. He was going to bring on Salah, yeah? Look how much space is on the right-hand side, you man. What is this? Oh, my. This is a bunch of BS.
They're trying to get him sacked.
I'm done, bruv. I've got kids, bruv. It's a Friday. Why am I doing this? I'm done. Bye, man.
I listen. Nah, it's a wrap. Put the fries in the bag.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen. Big up to all of you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us on yet another stream. We're here. A-Listers is back, Habibis. We are here to talk about the Premier League. Obviously, Arsenal are league champs. City finished second. 30 people attended the parade today, for their Carabao Cup and FA Cup. Exactly what they mocked Liverpool for, they did themselves. Flawless is also in the building. The most crooked 21 assists you'll see in Premier League history, but he did it. Hi, Vater.
What up?
Vater.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is
Vader Games.
Let's go. Season's over. We'll do a nice recap.
You're not going to do it twice?
Yeah, we got to run it back.
So
like Hussam knows. Ladies say it.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is
Vader Games.
What a season. Let's discuss.
Dio, you good, brother? League champion. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm chilling. It was coming eventually. So yeah, I'm happy, man. I'm happy. It's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming. So finally it's here, and it's sweet now. It's sweet because of all the previous banter and everything. So yeah, I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm going to be celebrating this throughout the summer. You guys are going to hate me, man. You're going to hate me.
It's okay. We don't hate you. We don't hate you.
Oh.
Flawless. Brother. Flawless. He's not here, chat.
Busy.
He's not here. Yeah, he might be busy. Busy. Yeah, the milkman is busy, chat. Anyway, big up to all of you guys. Please hit the like button and subscribe. Let's get to 100 likes. He's never scouting. He already has his lineup ready. That's the thing with I think he just makes quick transfers. Quick sell, quick buy. That's the flawless thing. Quick sell, quick buy. There is no lineup. There is none of this. Get me? He's ready already. So
he moves like the
anyway.
NBA
Arsenal League champions chat. Dio. Can you allow this green screen shit and just make yourself full screen, please?
Wait, hold on. Just watch my manager. Watch my manager. Hey! Champione, champione, ole, ole, ole.
Yes, talk to me, Dio. Floor is yours.
Champione. Yes. I mean, what do you want to know now about the champions? You guys should be talking to me. I want to hear what you have to say.
No, you have to start first. You're the league champion.
I mean,
Start.
I want to hear all the you depend on set pieces. Well, let me debunk that for you guys because the season is ended now. So now I can actually debunk it because during the season, if I spoke about it, you tell me you haven't won anything. So now that I've won something, you can't make that an excuse anymore. I scored 18 set piece goals from corner. And guess what? Tottenham scored 17, one less than me. They were battling in relegation. So set pieces was not the reason I won the league. Because two teams were playing set pieces and scoring them at the highest level that they could. And one was fighting relegation while one was trying to win the league. So that idea that set pieces was what won me the league is bullshit. It's because in every facet of the game, we were stronger. Let's talk about Man City, the Sharks that were chasing us. At some point in the season, I remember we're 9 points ahead. Man City caught up to us. By January, they were 2 points behind us. They went and bought Semenyo and Gehi, added that to their arsenal to try to catch up. And at the end of the season, by game week 38, I'm 7 points ahead of Man City. Even when I was challenging Man City for the title, at no point did I lose by 7 points. I've never lost by 7 points to Man City in the history of me challenging against you. The first time, it was 5 points. The second time, it was 2 points. In fact, last season, when I was 10 points behind Liverpool that won the league, kudos to you guys for winning the league last season, 2 seasons ago. When I was 10 points behind them, City was still 2 points behind me. And then this season is 7 points. So please, I was closer to actually catching up to you than you catching up to me this season. Yes, let's be realistic. No, the season is over. Now we can analyze the games.
That's not analyzing nothing,
No.
man.
It's not going to be, oh yeah, but you haven't won anything. All of that is out the window now. Let's talk about the football. Let's talk about the football and how we were the only team that was the most constant in all of 38 games. We were constant at what we did. We came in, even when we were bad in the game, when it looked bad, when it looked like we found a way to get it over the line. There's no more, well, you haven't won anything. Their style is boring. And I don't care about the aesthetics. Let's be honest about it. All this nonsense of, oh, the football is boring, is not good to look at. That's your business. If you want to watch interesting football, go watch City, watch them come second. I'm not here to play interesting football. I'm here to win. And for those who said, oh, we don't trust Arteta, he can't get over the line, fair enough. You were in your right to say that. But now that he's gotten it over the line, he's proved everybody wrong. And every single time I back that man, and I said the trajectory is clear. You can see season after season after season, a manager that is his first time at the job. And I know people will say, well, it's been 6 years, going on 7 years, 6.5 years. He didn't win anything. Okay, let me put it this way. Let me put it in this light. Pep Guardiola, probably arguably the greatest manager of our time that we've seen, is leaving the Premier League after 10 years with 20 trophies. Yes or no? I think all of us on this panel agree, right? That Pep Guardiola.
Yeah, I believe it's 20. Veta will know better than me. But big up Dial.
Yeah, it's 20. And that means he gets 2 trophies every year, averagely. If you wanted to do it averagely over his 10-year span, right? Because he's got 20 trophies in 10 years. That would be, give or take, 2 trophies every year. In those 20 trophies, there are certain trophies that are counted for him that fans don't rate, but they're counting it as part of his 20. So I'll give you an example. He's got 3 community shields and 3 FA Cups, right? So if we're going to do the same yardstick on the same level, now that Arteta has won the Premier League, we can do the same for Mikel. I'm not saying this as, hear me, I'm not saying Mikel Arteta is as good as Pep. No, I'm not comparing them. I am comparing how many things that, for example, what Pep has done, nobody can get to it. Pep has set a record where a manager winning 2 trophies averagely every year is almost impossible to do again.
Yo, Dial, sorry to cut you. Is this the first show we've done since Arsenal won the league?
Yes.
Hey, Dial, congratulations. I know I've said this privately. Congratulations, man. So I always say congratulations on winning the Premier League. Deserved. Arteta did the business. Prove me wrong. Yeah,
No,
man.
I'm not even big enough to
Yeah,
carry.
man, you won the league.
I'm
Just
not
look
even
on
big
Vader, man.
enough to
You know what I'm
charity
saying?
shield or
Tell him
anything.
you ran out his manager and all that. You got tired and all that.
Yeah, I don't believe we ran him out. I don't believe we're the ones that ran him out. I believe he wanted
Yeah, I
to
don't
leave
think so.
already.
Dio. Remember, we're dealing with Vader games.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
I
you
know,
ran
I
him
know.
out, man.
No. Again, you're dealing with Vader. I'm telling
Remember
you,
who is gonna speak next.
I know. I'm telling you my personal thoughts. Like, I don't think Dio does not listen. Dio does not think
But
that.
sometimes you have to compromise your personal thoughts.
No.
Because
I
you
will.
realize who the enemy is.
No, man, be happier, man. You won the league.
Yeah.
No,
I thought you'd
I'm
be
happy.
happier.
No. I'm just even calling out the football now. Nobody can turn around and say,
Okay.
"Well, you haven't
That's-
won anything." You know,
No.
I'm actually now. Let's talk about the football. Let's talk about
You're right.
the things that we give accolades to one manager for, but we don't want to give accolades to another manager for. These are the things I'm talking about. The disparities in how, you know, stuff happens in the league. And oh yeah, I heard this thing like Arsenal did not get any red cards. So did City all season. So did Brighton. I didn't hear anybody talk about City or Brighton. But because we won the league,
man.
because we won the league, now all of a sudden, with EGMOL, we didn't get any red cards. 3 teams did not get any red card all season. And that's on the referees. You can't blame that on Arsenal. We won the league fair and square. We scored 18 set pieces. Tottenham scored 17. They were battling relegation. So it's not set piece that won me the league. It's because we were better than everybody in the league this season. And you're going to hear it from me consistently all summer. We were better than you. We eventually beat you by 7 points, which was literally, we were 9 points at the most at any time in the season, which is just 2 points less. We eventually won the league with 7 points. No, you can what all you want. Facts are facts.
No, Dio, relax. I just said what? Like, I'm not
I'm
challenging
just letting you
you.
know. I'm going back to
You're saying you can say however you want. There's no energy here.
You're a bad guy,
Relax.
man. You're a bad guy,
Veto, I promised you guys, I said if we win, you will not like me anymore. Because even when I was trying to explain the football, then
Dio, I don't like you any more or any less. You can do whatever you want.
All I heard hey, fair enough.
Okay, listen. Can we stop assuming what Vader will say and actually allow him to speak? Go ahead, Vader.
Okay.
See how I'm respectful later? I'm not gonna assume what you're gonna say. Go ahead, speak.
Okay.
It's gonna be great, man.
This
is gonna be great.
I don't really have.
No one
anything,
interrupt him, please. Go ahead.
I don't have anything great to say. I don't. I do take the time to be very observant though, right? And not necessarily on A-listers. I'm grateful to be on this show, but I've done content with Dial before. I've done content with Hussam and obviously Flawless before. And this is over years of seeing not only Manchester City win, but Liverpool win, and now Arsenal. Dio and his tour run, I think, will speak volumes on the differences on how we are as champions. I'm not going to tell him how to champion or how to celebrate. You do you. But you're going to see, I think everybody will observe, or maybe I'm going to be the only one to notice the differences between when I've won and how I conducted myself to how Hussam won and how he conducted himself, and now Dio on how he won and will conduct himself. Credit to Arsenal. They did win it. I don't like the half-truths. All right. Yes, Arsenal and other clubs did not get penalized with the red card, but Arsenal not only didn't get penalized with the red card, they were also the only team not to have a penalty conceded to them. Or they conceded a penalty all season long. That's really the context that some have been bringing up with regards to how well disciplined, how great of a fair play Arsenal were this season. We've witnessed the Arsenal Invincibles never conceding a loss. We've also now witnessed never before a team not concede a red card or penalty all season long. That record lies with Arsenal. Credit to them. This season, I tried to do my best with regards to challenging for this title. We've had many conversations week after week. There was at one point we were talking about, is it Holland FC? All right. Now the season's over. I'm not going to be up here shamelessly saying, you know what? Hey, I debunked the whole Holland FC, right? Other players obviously have scored. We still fell short. When it comes down to all the narratives that happened season long, Arsenal were the most consistent. And that's what's needed to win. City, and this version of it, weren't able to be as consistent as needed, and we did fall short. Many Arsenal fans want to throw the bottle label. Vader, you got to own the bottle's yours. You got to own the bottle label. You bottled it this season. All right. If you're going to be wasting your time needing to hear that from me rather than celebrating your Prem, I'll tell you right now, City bottled it. All right. We were even on points. I believe I was short in terms of goal differential, but I had more goals scored than you. And that was kind of a little bit of an advantage. But at the end of the day, I fell short not winning this Prem. All right. I bottled it being tied in points, never leading this entire season, and a difference of goal differential. I'll own it if that's what bottling is.
You were leading at some point. You were leading at some point for a little while, for a short while. You did.
I think I was leading before you guys played. I don't think I led an entire week, but it doesn't matter. All right. Bottling is bottling at the end of the day, but like Dial mentioned,
why do you play this game, Habibi? Come on,
I'm not playing any game. I'm not playing any game. You said you didn't want to interrupt.
You're right. You're right on a technicality, but here's the thing.
I'm right on a technicality.
I'll explain to you. I'm not even gonna shout or anything. I'm gonna be very relaxed.
For now,
if you won all your games, Vader, you'd win league champions. Yes or no? No games.
If I won all my games?
Yes, if you won all your games after Burnley, you'd be league champions, correct?
I don't believe so. I thought I was one goal differential off of Arsenal.
No, if you won all your games at that moment in time, you would have been league champions.
I think the assumption was that I was going to win and take the lead with regards to goal differential, but I don't think
but you beat them. But if we go to before Bournemouth, you were ahead of them by 3-4 goals anyway. Goal difference wise. The reason why the goal difference got messed up is because you lost to Villa and you lost, but like there was a moment in time where you were ahead of them in goal difference. After Burnley, you were top of the league. Had City won every single game, you'd be league champions.
Yeah, game week 33. Game week 33. You had 5 games to go. We had 5 games to go. You had 6 games to go. You had played 32. We had played 33, and you were just 3 points behind us. You had a better.
But that's my point. We were still 3 points behind you.
I don't know.
So it was in your hands.
So my point is, if you won your
game,
game,
but this is my thing, guys. Hold on. I want to be consistent. I want to be balanced. It was in my hands, but I never once was ahead of them. It was assumed that I was going to win my game in hand. It was assumed that I was going to increase my goal differential. But again, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You guys want City to own the bottling. That's fine. When I point out that there's differences in bottling, some don't want to hear it. They want to say you bottle it, you bottle it. If I was leading this league for 93% of the season and fell short, I'd be a lot more upset than how I happened to lose this season.
So you're saying there's bigger bottle, even though it's all bottling, there's bigger bottle jobs, is what you're saying.
Of course,
of course there are bigger bottle jobs historically, but you still did bottle it though.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, goal differential, a game in hand. Yeah, I'll hold this bottle. I'll hold it.
Flawless will tell you the biggest bottle job in history is Newcastle.
Hold on,
15 points ahead. And they literally bottle it. That's the like. If we do all tribalism, by the way, when Man United were ahead 8 points with 5 games to go under Ferguson, that was a bigger bottle job. But it doesn't change the fact that it is a bottle job.
And I'll own it. I'll own
it. Here's the thing about it. Like Flawless said, there's small bottles, there's big bottles. Is it fair to say that you bottling it to this perennial bottlers means that you bottled it even more with the most points ever between you and I, head to head in a challenge? Is it fair to say that? Is it fair to say you bottling it to Arsenal that you guys call bottlers? Because when we bottled 2 points against you when you won the league, nobody gave Arsenal any context around it. Everybody just called us bottlers. When we lost by 5 points against you, nobody gave any context around it. They just called us bottlers. So now
I don't believe that's true, because we were hearing context with regards to Saliba. We were hearing context.
We were given that context. They told us you're a bottler. You're making excuses, Saliba. Like that's what I was told. Do you understand? So I was trying to explain the context around, like the same way you're explaining the context around why it was tough for City and the goals difference. And I hear it. And to be fair, I hear it. I'm balanced about it. This is A-listers. We're not here to banter. We'll talk football. I hear it. And I can understand why it's even annoying, because for you, all you had to do was win your game in hand, get to us with the same number of points. You had a better goal difference.
You want to know who are the real bottle jobs though, Dio? Can I be honest with you? And we're going to say this legit. The real bottle jobs are the club that we're going to challenge this season, but they only finished 33 points behind Arsenal. Not much, just 33 points.
No.
And this is why I've maintained the fact that I believe this team can go the distance in the title race, because this league is rubbed out. It's been shit for years. The problem is we've been on a rebuild during that point. But now this is our best opportunity to take advantage of that. The fact that the table toppers couldn't kill us, and meant to be mentality monsters, meant to be 90-minute merchants, all of that, they didn't have anything for us. 10 men or 11 men. That might be a bit more of a statement for us than for them.
Nah.
That's
You
so
weren't
shameless.
far away,
That's
Lewis.
so shameless.
That's your
You weren't far away, Lewis, man. It was close. Just
You're not playing the
33
other
points.
one.
No. Lewis, hold on. Lewis, hold on.
No need.
These are the biggest bottlers. This year are the biggest bottlers.
Yeah, facts.
That's
That's
why
why
I'm
Do your
saying,
thing, bro.
You
Do your
here.
thing, man.
Focus, Dio. Focus,
No,
bro.
don't
Who
focus.
stabs
I
his
want
brother
to
in the back like this?
We won the league.
Why do you stab your brother in the back like this?
Hold on.
Stop interrupting Dio. Let him
hold on.
speak.
No,
We won the league.
You think I forgot about your fans
He's
and the
heating up.
bullshit banner that you guys put up when you won the league? You think I've forgotten about the Liverpool
That's a
fans
great
outside
banner.
the stadium
Hold
that were
that.
drinking and saying Arsenal tears? You think I've forgotten about them because I'm still cooking Man City now? You thought I've forgotten about them? You want to bring up Chelsea? No. Liverpool. You listen, don't tell me to stop. If you want me to stop, come and collect the link of the stream and come and take over. Just chill. Liverpool, you're going to hold it. All season, you guys have tried to duck and dodge and dive and say, oh yeah, we failed with this, with that, with this. You're the defending champions. I don't want to hear it. Last season when you
Your
beat
own
me-
fan base is calling out. Be careful.
No.
Interrupting him.
Listen,
I'm not. I'm just warning him, bro.
Listen, to hell with any Arsenal fan that is saying that Reds cartel stay together. When they put up a banner of my manager in a dress, calling him a bridesmaid, where were you guys?
And he's in a dress this year, but he's the bride.
No, where were you guys? So if
well
we're going to
done.
talk about it, this is who bottled it.
Get him, Dio. Let's go, Dio.
This is who
the
bottled
bride.
it.
Go on, Dio.
This
You
is
wanna
back.
know the best thing?
So let's-
You
so
wanna know
let's
the best
stop this.
thing
Let's
about
stop this.
putting
Everybody-
slot? You wanna know the
everybody-
best thing about putting slot in a wedding dress? I've insulted
Everybody's going to
slot
get
even
it.
worse this season.
Everybody.
If I show you my slot edits, you will think your slot edit is not even like.
don't
Look
care.
at your screen
That's
right
great.
now, and
Dio,
you'll
keep
see.
cooking, bro. Dio, keep cooking,
You
bro.
get me? So you
Because-
know you ain't ready for the real slot banner.
No. This is not going to deviate. This is not going to deviate from what your fans did to.
Yeah, and he's the bride a year
to
after.
to
Give
insult.
him the motivation required. Well done.
I remember when Arteta was trying to, instill a sense of you guys. You're going to Anfield. Anfield is a massive stadium. He played your bloody anthem in our training ground, and because the footage was shown out there, you all mocked him. You mocked him, and today, those same fans are now telling me Red Cartel, let's stick together. Burn that.
Run into the ground.
Nobody's sticking together.
To be fair, it's not even Liverpool fans; it's Arsenal fans telling you to not cook. Me,
I
so
don't listen.
up to you, Habibi.
And
Run into the
Arsenal
fucking
fans-
ground, man.
Listen, the Arsenal fans that are saying do not cook Liverpool, you selective memory. You've chosen to forget how this same Liverpool, you see the same bottle thing that the Man City fan was doing. They did it 2 seasons ago when they won. And they thought we forgot about it because this season they really were not in our rearview mirror. They thought that we've forgotten about them. We're just going to try and chase the league, win the league, and then cook City alone. No, I'm glad I've cooked City based on facts. And the facts are this. When I was challenging City, I never lost by 7 points. The most I lost by was 5 points. 5 points and then 2 points. Last season, when Liverpool was 10 points ahead of me, City was 2 points behind me. By the end of this season, after we've won the Premier League, we're 7 points ahead of City. So I'm closer to beating City than they were to actually taking over the league again. Over the last 4, because I've been ahead of them twice now, back to back. Last season, I was ahead of them. This season, I've beaten them to the league. So yes, I will cook City, but I'll also go back and cook Liverpool fans. Because all of you were excited when you won, and you called us bottle jobs. You put no context around it. You made all kinds of memes. You put a banner in your stadium with my manager on it. At no point has Arsenal fans ever put your managers on a banner in our stadium in any disrespectful manner. Yeah, we'll banter you. And you thought we're going to forget about that. No way. We'll come back to it. Now to Chelsea. Lewis, you buried yourself. Bro.
Yeah, hold that, buddy.
Just because
Absolutely.
because you did a job on Barcelona, this league is robbed. This league is robbed. You were 2 points behind us. Oh, this is our best chance. This is never going to be your next chance to actually win the league is in like 5 years. I guarantee you. You think Alonso is going to come and save this club? That's what most Chelsea fans think.
Not yet.
Nope. Nope. Listen. First and foremost, according to your own ownership, you don't even have the money to buy anybody right now, and you have to sell the Garnachos and Gittins. Who's going to buy that from you? Who's going to buy that?
You do buy players from us every year. I could do with another favor.
Well, sadly, the game has changed.
I know who Lewis want to sell too.
Hold on. Do you know why the game
I've got a list. It's not anyone specific.
Do you know why the game has changed?
No. Garnacho.
Hold on.
No. The lap. Tossing, Fafana, Badiashile.
The one above them all is Garnacho. Let's be honest.
I'm going to say this is not going to happen.
That's a list. I want to clear out. We'll talk about it later.
Lewis, you know why it's not going to happen? The game has changed. You know why we're buying players from you? We're trying to get over the line somehow. Anoni Madueke, thank you for bringing your luck. He got over the line. He may be the worst player that you guys want to put that label on in the Arsenal team, but he's a Premier League winner today. So here, now that we've won the Premier League, we're not shopping at Tesco's anymore. We're going to Harrods. We're done with you. We're done with the blue collar Tesco. Yeah.
You know what? I respect that you're not trying to revise how the signings went. Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to let you know that this is why
let's ask these guys what they think. Flawless. Let's start with Flawless and then we'll go to Lewis.
Hold on,
because you're saying about people who didn't think that Arteta will get it over the line. Flawless is one of them. Flawless, what do you think now that they've gotten it over the line?
What do you mean, like in regards to it's thoroughly deserved? I'm never bitter or salty when rivals do something. My jokes and bants is my praise is just as loud as my jokes and bants. This is why I've not downplayed what Arsenal have done. I've not mentioned about the state of the league and it's not quality, or Arsenal don't have good attackers, or the PGMLO, or they didn't have no red cards. No, Arsenal were the most consistent team. They was the best team. They thoroughly deserved to win the league title. Arteta got it over the line, something I didn't expect him to do. Where they go from now, like everyone else pretty much in the league, window-wise. They need to go again in their window and go and get better players. Same way you're looking at it for your lot, Hassam. Lewis is looking at it for him. I'm looking at it for Manchester United. Vader's looking for it at City as well. Like I said, I run bants and run jokes, yes, but I genuinely believed everything I said. I don't sit on your platform or any other platform and lie. I didn't think Arteta was going to get over the line. He did. Therefore, I give it praise. There's no way. I've congratulated all Arsenal fans. Heard me say it to Dial, to all the Arsenal fans in the chat as well. People want to say Flawless, you was wrong. Cool. I have no problem with that whatsoever. But now it's on them. Can they go again? Because with Pep going, there is now the throne is now clear. Right? There is going to be a new king. So the fact Arsenal fans, they're primed to go and win the league next season. Of course, that can change in regards to windows, but everybody currently constructed right now, Arsenal are the favourites. It's on the chasing pack, not only to go catch them up and take them over. It's on City, it's on United, it's on Liverpool, it's on Chelsea, etc., etc. So yeah, man, they did the business. Like I say, people, and they can celebrate as shamelessly as they want, say what they want. It's been 22 years for them. That's why Dial can say what he want, and all other Arsenal fans can in regards to it. They got it over the line. I'm not, like I said, I don't do the bitterness and the saltiness, because had they not won it, I'd be sat here running jokes and running bants. But they got it over the line. Congratulations. And again, I can't stress this enough. Deserved. They've been the best team. They've been the most consistent team. You know, accumulate that many points on accident. City win more games than the rest of us. Liverpool, United, Chelsea win more games. That's pretty much my thoughts on it.
Well, I will say this though.
1 second, I want to get Lewis's opinion first as well. Go on, Lewis. Arsenal won the league. You didn't believe it. Now you saw it. What do you think?
This has been the worst 7 days of my footballing life. This has been horrible. Personally, that's more my thoughts on it. City, I relied on them, even though in deep down I kind of felt like I was relying on them too much. But I thought the Arsenal bottle job thing would happen. Instead, Mark Guehi had to go and pass it back. So yeah, fuck Mark Guehi and fuck Everton as an institution. They go and help Arsenal win the league, and then they go and fumble relegating Tottenham. Fuck that club. Who else? Fuck West Ham as per usual. And Arsenal do deserve to win it. It is what it is. They do deserve to win it. They've been the best team this season. And yeah, it's a bit of a fucking shit existence, isn't it?
Lewis, now that they've gotten over the line, Pep is leaving. we're keeping Bald Bastard. Do you think that Arsenal could go back to back as well next season?
I mean, they definitely got a chance of it. I'm not going to say they're not, but I don't know. Depends on how next season goes. Like, you know how much I rate Enzo Maresca. I think him going to Man City, they definitely have a chance of going for the league next season, just like they could have done this season. And they're going to recruit. So will Arsenal. It's very early to say right now, but like, they'll definitely be up for it again next season. But the whole thing about like the dynasties are now going to start, they got to do that next season too. For that, like Liverpool was saying all of that last summer. We heard Liverpool fans saying the exact same thing. So it's like they'll be up for it next season, but nothing's confirmed. It's way too early for any of those combos.
The thing is, for me, like, look, I get Flawless and Lewis's thought process, like during the season, not thinking that Arsenal can get it over the line because of past experiences, but they did get it over the line. To be fair, I have maintained for a long time. I just don't think City are that good. Like, this is an argument we've had. Obviously, when Vater will come back, he'll be back in 3-4 minutes. We'll speak about this as well, but I don't think City were good enough. And Arsenal, at the end of the day, they were the consistent team, and they deserve to win the league. You know, I'm not going to do what people did to us last season. Oh, this is the PGMOL league. Oh, the club is, the league is this. I'm not going to do any of this. You win the league, you deserve it. There have been, by the way, plenty of moments in the 90s and other moments, you know, during league history where maybe the champion wasn't, you know, playing some sexy, beautiful football. Like, bro, United won the league on 70-something points in the 90s. You know, people will say Alex Ferguson got 13 league titles. It's not like they will remove one because he won it on how many points or whatever it is. At the end of the day, I think Arsenal deserve to win the league. They've been the most consistent team. They've had the solid defense from the start of the season until today, and it helped them. You know, we saw what happened away at West Ham. Raya, incredible save. Gabriel, incredible block. And they pulled through together. You know, obviously Declan Rice came under a lot of criticism away at the Etihad when he was like, it's not over. But, you know, he was right. It wasn't over then. Maybe we fell into that trap of thinking this Man City can win 10, 15 games in a row.
I think
at the time,
people don't give enough. People don't give, and I don't. It's not even. People don't analyze football enough to be able to give a constructive like criticism of what a game is. When Liverpool was falling off after the first 5 games, I heard statements like, "We understand Wirtz is coming from the Bundesliga. We understand that Kitike is blending very well into the team. We're giving excuse for Kirkes, you know, like, oh, he's injured. He just came and got injured. Isak was injured beginning of the season. He came back in. There was, you know, context put around why Liverpool was falling away, right? When City was dropping points, they were, oh, they're in transition. They have new players. They have Shirky on the team. They have this. They have that. They have this. Do you realize that there were times in this season, in certain games, where Arsenal fielded 6 new players that we bought in the summer in a game? We had Nkapie, Mosquera, Zubimendi, Gyökeres, Madueke playing at the same time. That's 5. Nobody gave context to Arsenal in those games when we dropped points to say, oh, these 5 players are new. Eze, 6. To say, oh, they're blending their team together. Nobody gave that context because nobody wanted to talk football. They just wanted to banter. And that's the part that I was waiting for. And I was like, once we get it over the line, there'll be no more, oh, you haven't won anything. Because now we can look at both teams. City were integrating new players. Arsenal were integrating new players. So there's no excuse this season like, oh, Arsenal's team was so solid that we had been playing for 10 years together. There were games where we had 6 new players on the pitch. Barring Raya, Saliba, Gabriel, and maybe Saka on the right sometimes. Or Martinelli on the left and then
Rice.
maybe and Rice. But there were games where we played Mosquera, Nkapie, Zubimendi, played Madueke, and played Eze. And all those players came in the summer, and nobody gave context to those games. Nobody gave context to the fact that we had the second.
What was the context in your eyes that no one gave?
No, like whenever we drop points, it's almost like, oh, look at this game. You guys bottled it. And I'm thinking, okay, but let's be realistic here. We have the second most injuries right now in the league. Next to following Tottenham, we had 32. Tottenham had 37. Second most injuries. We're playing new players that are coming in from the summer that we're trying to also get them to hit the ground running to make sure that we win all these games. But when it's City, they're like, oh, you know, Shirky, Ryan Shirky is just getting here. Or, you know, Semenyo is just blending in. You know, they are going through all of these things. Nobody wanted to give any. It was just a case of you drop points to your bottlers because we hadn't won. Now that we've won, we can talk about the football. And we can clearly see that Mikel Arteta did a great job this season integrating almost 8 new players that he bought into this team and pushing them over the line. The same way other teams brought in new players and it didn't work for them. So this is why I said my manager is a genius. Noni Madueke is not my first choice to buy, but you use the Noni Madueke to get over the line. Hey, this is the part of the football that when we drop points against Wolves, and I'm saying, oh, some of these players have played so many games. Do you realize that in Man City, only one player has played over 4,000 minutes? That's Erling Haaland. 4,000 minutes is 45 games. In Arsenal, there's been about 5 players that have played over 4,000 minutes. Why? Because of the amount of injuries we had. Saka in, Saka out. Noni in, Noni out. Even Max Darman was injured for 2 months. But you know the beautiful part about this Arsenal team that I will always give kudos to? Every player, as they picked up that trophy, I could point out something that they contributed this season to us winning. Is it Mosquera? When he picked it up, I can tell you a game where Mosquera stood out. Is it Nkapie? I can tell you a game where Nkapie stood out. Declan Rice, a game where he stood out. Even Max Darman, I could tell you a game where he stood out. Every single player was used to their best strength by this manager. And yet everybody would call him a bottle job when we lose a game or drop 2 points against Wolves or we lose against Bournemouth. So that football aspect about it, I want to discuss the football aspect now going forward. There's no more, oh yeah, you guys, and you haven't won anything. You haven't gone over the line. Now we've gotten it over the line. Now let's talk about the real football on the pitch.
The conversation changes 100%.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you become winners. This is what you get. Like you get that.
And I'll address this. Somebody in the chat is saying, except for Norgard. I hear you on Norgard, but I was listening to an interview with Declan Rice and Bukayo Saka, and they asked them. They said, "At what point in the season did you guys realize that you're going to win, and what turned it around?" And they said there was a game that they lost, and they had an emergency meeting. And they said, who spoke up in that meeting the most and gave a voice to the room that all of you felt like, you know what? And Saka said, I think Martin Odegaard, the captain, he spoke first, definitely. And then Declan Rice said Christian Norgard. That Norgard was the voice in the room as the most experienced players there. So yeah, some players, you have them in the squad for certain things. You know, yes, he didn't play as much, but he played a role. And he's a champion. He's a Premier League champion. You can't take it away from him. You can't. Yeah. So let's get it straight. The football this year that we played to win this Premier League was nothing short of genius by a manager who's 7 years at his job, his first job, working with new players, figuring out how to play haram ball to win a league. Yes, I'll say it. Call it whatever you want. This is something that Arne Slot could not figure out with his own new players, to be able to integrate them into the squad and get the best out of his team. This is something that Chelsea could not even figure out with any of their managers that they brought in.
No, our players that we brought in are just shit.
Hold on. But at least get the best out of them. This is something that Pep Guardiola,
there's no best in them. That's the problem.
This is something that Pep Guardiola, the greatest manager of our generation, and
at least they brought good players.
And I'll say it again, he is an amazing manager that has achieved a lot. 10 years, 20 trophies. That's amazing. I want that story for my manager. It may never happen for him, but I want that type of story for my manager. And I think he's on track to do it, because if we're going to be counting all the 20 trophies that Pep has won, which includes his 3 Community Shield and his FA Cup, then we must count the same for Arteta, which means Arteta has done 4 trophies in 6 years. You must count his 2 Community Shields, his 1 FA Cup, and his Premier League. If you're going to count that for Pep and other managers, you have to count it for him. So that's my point. You know, I just wanted to go back to all the footballing facts that we decided to miss over the whole season. And now I can chill and hear whatever you guys want to say.
Did you have something you wanted to ask me about now before? Because obviously you went to lose.
Yeah. I was going to say flawless. Yeah, that you know what? I heard you during the season when you said you don't think Mikel Arteta could get us over the line. And these are some of the facts I was trying to explain to you. I'm saying when he's playing 4 or 5 new players and he's trying to balance a team, but we're not giving context to that. We're only giving context to other teams. Pep is trying to blend his team, which is why they're not winning that game. But when it's Arteta with 4 or 5 new players in a game and he drops points, he's just called the butler. And I'm like, no, but we can see that he's still ahead of Pep. He's still ahead of Pep on the table. And that's why, for me, I was like, he's going to get it over the line. And not only did he get it over the line, he got it over the line with the most points between us and City ever since we've been challenging them. City have only beat me by 5 points in our history of challenging City. I beat them by 7.
Yeah. Fair enough. No.
Oh yeah. I'm not even trying to keep Community Shield. I'm just saying if you count it for one manager, count it for the other manager. That's all I'm saying.
Community Shields is that.
How about just don't count it for anyone?
Yeah, that's fair. But my point is that means that we cannot say that Pep is league.
I don't think I've ever had a conversation with anyone in history and counted Community Shields ever.
Yeah, no. But again, the manager himself, Pep, in an interview when they asked him, the last season you didn't win anything, he said, "No, I won the Community Shield." The man said it with his own mouth. So my point is, if he's going to count his stuff, then you have to count it for other managers. I'm not counting it. I'm not saying, "Oh, it's such a great."
I think for managers it's different though, Dio. I'll be honest.
But
like managers will look at it from a different perspective. But at the end of the day, like the name of the trophy is the Charity Shield. Literally, 10, 12 years ago, if the game ended in a draw, they would literally.
Yeah.
the shield, bro.
Hussam, I agree.
Like which serious trophy in history is shared?
I'm not debating the value of the trophy. I'm not debating how important.
The FA handbook does say it's a friendly. Too,
I don't care. I don't care about the importance. I'm not debating the importance. I'm debating the number, the volume. Because when we count it for one manager, then we have to count it for the other manager. We can go into
if you count it for one, you count it for the other. Me personally, I don't count it for anyone.
If you want to go into
I
details,
never say club on the Community Shield or not. No one cares. Like.
My point is, if you want to go into details of which one is more important,
who the hell is going to be in the Community Shield game next season?
City Arsenal.
Oh yeah. No. Who won the FA Cup?
FA Cup. They won.
City won the FA Cup.
City won the FA Cup.
Who did City beat?
They beat Chelsea, right?
Fuck you.
They beat Chelsea, yeah.
No, you was right. Like I said, I just didn't see it. I just didn't think. Not only did I think Arteta wasn't good enough, I also thought certain players wasn't good.
For answering, I forgot there. My bad.
You did the business. Hands up, man. You did the business.
I like the idea that that people just want to pick and choose throughout the entire season what qualifies for their own point to be.
Dio, why are you so angry after winning a league?
I'm not angry. I wanted to go back. See,
why are you so angry, brother?
Because of people like you. And your fan base.
People like me.
Yes,
it's
people
you.
like you,
Because I'm
how am I getting
all that Hussam you for nothing, bro.
Let's take a step back here. How am I getting cooked for the club I'm accused for twerking for? How does this work?
Because it's both.
Because they were always gonna stab you in the back at the end of it, you fraud.
Yeah,
we
I
told
twerk
you
for Arsenal, and I should get cooked for Arsenal winning.
Yes,
the league.
you should. You should. Yes, you deserve it. Yes.
Because all your stuff from the season before weren't gonna get forgotten, innit?
Yeah, facts. Like, don't ever get it mistaken. That's
but what I said from stuff last season, by the way, Arsenal fans have used themselves this year. I've had people apologize. I'll give you an example. People have apologized to me this season for saying last year that the league is weak, because now Arsenal fans a year later are saying, "Yo, the league is not weak." Hussam is right. It's more difficult. It's the truth. So the stuff that but 1 second, the stuff that I cooked the Arsenal fans for last season, they themselves are saying this year.
Is that in mass or is it individual?
In mass. No Arsenal fan believes that the league is weak this year.
No, as in apologizing to you individually.
Yeah, but they did. Many people have done. And I did a stream with Igal, and he was like, "Yeah, I was wrong on that. The league isn't easy at all. The league is difficult, blah blah blah." Because people last year were saying that. But I've always been balanced.
See how the narrative changed when it suits.
Yeah, I've always. By the way, Lewis, you wanna know something? I've been balanced even in your club. This season,
we haven't disagreed a lot with our club in all honesty.
Yeah, exactly. This season, I did a video doing prop to Chelsea after we beat Barcelona. You then proceeded to sack Maresca and go to the shits. That's not my fault.
Yep.
Like
I agree.
What am I supposed to praise you for?
All season.
It's
only their own fault.
My problem with Hussam is, Hussam, you did not twerk full-heartedly. You were twerking halfway. There was a point in the season where you were turning around between you and George Moore. If you are going to twerk for Arsenal, twerk full-heartedly from beginning to end.
You mean you twerk full-heartedly?
This is why I said.
What does that even mean? What does that even mean? And said you didn't twerk full-heartedly. What the hell is that, bro?
We don't do one butt cheek twerking for Arsenal. It has to be both of them jiggling. If you are going to twerk for Arsenal, twerk full-heartedly for all 38 games. You twerk 18 games. There's 6 games. You twerk for Man City.
Oh,
This
God.
is side chick behavior.
This is the most funny thing ever,
This
bro.
is side chick
How,
behavior.
how can he look straight into the camera and say you didn't work wholeheartedly, bro? What does that even mean, bro? Like, it's just man wants handstands and shit, bro. Listen, I hate Man City. I don't have any bad feelings towards Arsenal at all. I went back to Battle of the North. Flawless was on it. Flawless is here actually. He'd tell you when himself on Battle of the North, and we were all the guys there were having a crisis meeting because Arsenal were going to win the league. I was the only one at the time who wanted Arsenal to win the league. Flawless would tell you. Like, this is not new. I hate Man City for a while. Anyway, hi, mate.
Hey guys. Dio.
Yes.
Dio.
Just say congratulations and keep it moving.
No. Let him speak.
Now, Dio, were you ever one of those fans that brought up the hand of Rod?
The hand of what? Nah, I don't care. You down between you and Liverpool. It didn't bother me.
What did you think of Liverpool fans that would bring it up?
Oh, they had every right to bring it up. They had every right to be aggrieved. They had every right to be aggrieved. But at the end of the day, the bottom line is we all know what VAR is and PGMO. They are inconsistent. They get it right and they get it wrong. And if it goes for you, it goes for you. If it goes against you, it goes against you. The best you can do is try to win the game before they strike you in 90 minutes. That's the best you can do.
So Liverpool fans had a right, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter.
It can't matter because it cannot matter because it's PGMO. The very next day they would call that same. If there was a game the next day, they'd call that same handball.
So Dio, the reason why I bring that up is because I've been reminded often about Doku kicking McAllister. I've been reminded of Rodri's handball. Like, just hearing it from you as a winner, right? What do you think? I should have just ignored it. It didn't mean anything. It was just sour grapes from Liverpool fans. They should have just gotten over it. They weren't good enough for the year. It was City's to win. How would you state that?
No. I would state it based like I just stated it right now. We all know that PGMO strikes. This was not a City paid a referee to cheat. No, that's not what this is. That's not the accusation here. The accusation is the inconsistent.
No, but the earned prem.
One second, no, Dio, don't even answer this question.
No,
I want to know Vater's point because you're doing all this mental gymnastics. What's your point? Tell us.
Well, I was speaking to Dio.
No. Forget Dio. I don't want to answer your question.
I don't want to forget Dio. He's the prem winner.
Dio doesn't want to answer the question. I want to know what your point is.
Dio, my point is, when you win the prem, should all of that VAR referee talk be ignored and dismissed because it doesn't matter? At the end of the day, the best team won. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, you can walk. Yes, you can walk and chew gum.
Name the VAR decision.
Hold on. Hussam, let me answer the question. Hussam, please.
No, but Dio, you don't understand Vater's games.
I know where he's going.
I'm not doing any games.
No, 1 second.
First name Vader, last name games.
What he's doing is bringing up a VAR decision that the PGMOL apologized to Everton for when it was 1-0 Man City at the time, and it could have been 1-1 if that penalty was given. And the year after, it was 1-1 at Anfield. Had that penalty got given, 99% Salah would have scored it, and we end up winning the game. He's comparing that to Raya's hand being held by a West Ham player. And Havertz's red card. And Havertz's red card in a 1-0 win against Burnley.
Hold on. That's why I said let me address it.
How does that compare?
Hussam, I know where he's going. That's why I wanted to address it. I'm going to answer.
He's playing games.
You know what you can do?
I'm not playing games.
Let me think. You can walk and chew gum at the same time. You can be the best team in the country and win the Premier League and have a conversation about how inconsistent PGMOL is after the league is done. You cannot just come and say both of them have to be intertwined. No, I can have a conversation about Havertz's red card. It's supposed to be a red card, and he favored me. And I can point out the fact that what's this boy's name from Nottingham Forest, the Nigerian boy, handled the ball in the 18-yard box.
Olaina.
And they didn't give me that penalty. They turned around, and Olaina the very next day said, I steal, I cheat on his social media. A player who handled the ball, and I didn't get my penalty. So I can call the inconsistencies and have that conversation, and at the same time still be the best team in the Premier League all season that actually won the Premier League, despite the fact that the PGMO were inconsistent.
Okay. So the better team won it despite the PGMOL's inconsistency, right?
Yes.
And that's no different for what happened for you this season than previous seasons. Or is it a special case for Arsenal?
It's not a special case. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the
No,
better
but
team.
it is a special case.
See, Dial, Hussam doesn't agree with you. He thinks
because
what happened.
Arsenal finished 7 points above you. Because again, Hussam.
Arsenal finished 7 points above you.
Hussam
So
finished
in
7 points
result,
behind
the refereeing decision was inconsequential.
What? Okay.
What, Habibi? They've finished 7 points above you.
Hold on. Is it because there's only been one case of maybe some controversial referee or VAR decisions? I mean,
First of all,
is that what we're
in
doing?
the title race with Manchester City, the Liverpool title race with Manchester City, that
Yeah.
ball running, we had the same exact points.
Okay.
Had that penalty been given, and Everton 1-1 against Manchester City,
Dial, can you
Liverpool would
interrupt
be
him,
league
please?
champions.
The
Now,
best team won at the end of the
comparing
day.
that to Havertz, had Havertz been sent off, they were already 1-0 up against Burnley, and
So-
Burnley wouldn't have scored anyway. How's that the same thing?
We don't know that. See, you're making all these. You're making the assumptions that nothing changes in an Arsenal game, but in the Liverpool game, things would have changed in favor.
Okay, no problem.
I just
I
want
will play
to. I
your
just
game.
want the same energy. I want the
Okay,
same
no
energy,
problem.
and
I will play
Dio
your
was bringing
game.
the same
Dio,
energy.
I told you don't answer this question.
Vader, do you honestly think it would have been 1-1 with the Reds
What would have been 1-1?
if
The
Havertz
Burnley
got
game.
sent off?
I don't know.
Okay, so
Okay,
I know.
The truth is, I don't.
Wait, did you watch the game?
1 second, I'm gonna play his
Of
game.
course, I watched it.
That game,
Let me put it this way. Let me put it this
Burnley
way.
were crap. Anyway, forget
Burnley
all that.
were garbage, but they were only
Let's
able to.
assume. Okay, Victor, I'm gonna play your game, no problem.
I'm not
Burnley
playing
win-
games. I'm just
No,
asking.
I'm gonna play your game. You're playing games. Let's say Burnley win that game 2-1. Okay. If I remove 3 points from Arsenal completely, they're 4 points above you. They're still
No,
league
but see,
champ.
now you're doing the mental gymnastics because you want to do the momentum. At the end of the day, maybe City don't drop points on the final day when the season's all over. Like, we can do all that. My thing is, and I just want the consistency. I'm showing
but
to
you
be
want
consistent.
you said momentum,
No,
right?
hold on. Don't bring the mic
You
close
said
and talk all
momentum.
loud.
How many times have Arsenal dropped points this season and City dropped points straight after?
You're moving the conversation elsewhere.
I have proof of momentum not going your way. I have proof. I
No,
have proof.
You're bringing the conversation
Arsenal
somewhere
have
else.
dropped points many times this season, and City the game after drop points also. I have a massive sample size of you not using your momentum. As a matter of fact, you beat Arsenal themselves 2-1, and the game after drew to Everton. Where's your proof of momentum? Prove it.
So my proof of momentum would have been how we could have reacted after an Arsenal possibly would have dropped points with a red card or a dismissal of a Gabriel or things of that nature. That's the point I'm trying to make. You're quick to want to do the... Let me finish. Dial 1 second. Hussam's quick to do the permutations of previous seasons with regards to City and Liverpool and said, you know what? Had this been given, Liverpool would have went on to win and would have been the mental strength and fortitude and momentum would have been there. I'm just saying, when we look at things, and I'm in agreement with you, Dial. I'm in agreement. At the end of a season, the better team wins, regardless of the inconsistencies, the mess ups of VAR, of PGMOL. Now, Hussam wants to switch it up. He wants to say, you know what? It's okay for this year with Arsenal, but when it was City and Liverpool, nah, that was wrong. They messed up.
They won
I'm
by
keeping the
7
same
points.
energy. I'm
Not
keeping
one.
the same energy.
They won by 7, but I am keeping the same energy. They won by 7. So okay, so
It wouldn't have been 7 points because we would have been tighter in the mix. This last game versus...
This is where you're wrong. So you have 2 points to your argument. Number one.
What about the Bernardo Silva one?
Burnley were crap. Dayo, let me talk.
Dayo, why are you doing this?
Number one. No, because he's not even disagreeing with you, bro. So let me answer. Number one, Burnley were crap. Lewis, who's the biggest Arsenal hater on the panel, tells you that they wouldn't have done anything. I'm going to play your game.
It's all
I'm going to
speculation.
say, let me talk. I'm going to say Burnley
But
win
if you
that
say
game.
something wrong, I'm going to interrupt. That's what you like to do.
Okay, no problem. I'm going to play your game. So Havertz gets sent off. Using Vater's logic, I'm going to assume Burnley win that game 2-1. Or whatever happens, the momentum swings and blah, blah, blah. I have a proof from August until April. Every single time Arsenal drop points, City don't capitalize. Arsenal have dropped points this season. If you go to the league table, Arsenal have had 7 draws and 5 losses. Manchester City have not capitalized. The proof is in the pudding. What Dio said at the beginning of the stream. Manchester City were only 2 points behind Arsenal, signed Guehi and Semenyo, and now you're further behind them. That's number one. Number two, you beat them against Arsenal themselves, the same team that you're saying deserve to win the league and all that good stuff. You beat them the game after you drew. And you dropped points to Bournemouth. And you lost to Aston Villa. So many points, so many times this season, you have been incapable of going on a run. You yourself have been inconsistent. Arsenal have had moments, I think, this season where they lost to Wolves and you dropped points the game after. So your logic of momentum swing, but Arsenal have given you the chance to have a momentum swing 13 times and you failed to capitalize. So I have a 13 out of 39 sample size, which is, to land the point, completely different to two teams winning every single game for the most part towards the end of the season and one game getting a refereeing decision. And this doesn't include the refereeing decisions that you got yourself this season, like Bernardo punching a and Brentford player not getting sent off, like when Brentford were through on goal and the player was brought down and them not getting a penalty and the player should have been sent off as well at 0-0, by the way.
So again, Dio, are we to understand that the best team wins at the end of the season, despite the refs, VAR getting things wrong, or the refs and VAR got things wrong only in the battle with Liverpool, but everything else was right? Because see, I'm trying to keep the same energy, but I'm hearing a asterisk when it's City, Liverpool, but Arsenal, City, all things was good.
Okay, so after everything I've said, you're acting like it's two similar situations.
No, because the reason why is it's not just a couple instances. You lost
by 7 points, not 1.
Okay, you're going to focus on the 7 points, but that
because the difference is not just one game, bro.
So hold on.
The last game of the season, it was already decided that we weren't winning it. We didn't play to win that game. The same way to close out the season last year, you didn't play to win out those games. There was a difference in mentality, in energy to close out the season. It's 7 points, but it's not a true 7 points. I heard Dio earlier wanted to talk about the point gap between Liverpool and Arsenal last season. You guys stopped playing. That point gap isn't a true point gap when we really want to look at it. But I want the same energy, but I'm not getting it, which is fine. I asked the question, genuine
scenario.
It's never going to be the same scenario, but over a course of 38 weeks of the course of who deserves to win the Prem, I'm hearing, you know what? Arsenal deserved to win it. However, when it was City Liverpool, nah.
But you weren't better than us that season because we got to a Champions League final as well, and you weren't in that Champions League final. You lost.
So what?
We were better
Champions
than
League.
That season.
No. Now we're doing mental gymnastics that you have to be better in the Champions League to then dictate. We beat you to winning the Prem, and you made it to a Champions League, and you won the Champions
League. See, this is where you're wrong. You didn't beat us that season. We drew 2-2 at the Etihad, mate.
We won the Prem that season.
Yeah, but you just said we beat you. You didn't.
I meant I beat you to the Prem. That's what I meant. I didn't mean head to head.
Yes, but the two scenarios aren't the same. Arsenal have given you so many times this season the opportunity. Dio himself said it when he was speaking. Arsenal did give City many times the opportunity to come back. Your argument of momentum, I have proof. You don't have proof. That's the difference between us.
No, you don't have
My proof is many times this season, Arsenal drop points, City proceed to drop points the game after. So what proof do you have of the momentum swing? Prove it to me.
So the fact that it's happened once means that it will never happen. It
didn't happen once, many times this season.
Okay, but my point is they could have dropped more points than that, and that could have been the momentum. You're assuming that because
your scenario includes 10 could have beens. My scenario is just one decision in a run-in where we both won all the games.
The reason why.
Hold on. I think this is where both of you are. This is where you're missing it. What Hossam is saying and what you're saying, I hear you. You are just basically being very general about VAR, PGMOL, and their effect on the game. And the best team wins. Like I said, we can chew gum and walk at the same time. I think what you're missing is this season, right? This season, you had a chance to be very competitive, but you were not. In the season that he's talking about, you and Liverpool were very, very competitive. Both of you were neck and neck, right? In this season, we were always ahead of you up until one time when you were close to us and you got to the same
So
point.
how could I bottle it if I was?
Hold on. We're not talking about bottling. We're talking about PGMOL effect. Don't change the topic.
No, you're talking about closeness. You're mentioning
We're
closeness.
we're talking about PGMOL and VAR and their effects on the game, on how it affects the game, right?
And you were talking about the standings. That's why I chimed in.
So hold on. What I'm saying is we already had a points gap ahead of you. So some of the PGMOL calls, for example, the Havertz red card that they did not call for us, or the Bernardo red card that they did not call for you, would have swung the game by maybe 3 points at the most, and we will still be ahead of you, regardless, because we already had points ahead of you. In the case of 21-22 season, the difference is that you guys were head to head. Any of those type of calls would change the whole dynamic of who wins the league, because you are 92 and 91 points at the end of the season. So you have to understand that the perception of how 21-22 season will be looked at will be that VAR inflicted an injury on who won the Premier League. In this one, you will call out the same VAR mistake, but we still have points in hand ahead of you. It will not be as painful, because if they had given that red card and we won by 4 points, we still won the league by 4 points this season. We won by
exactly.
So my point is,
ultimately, it's just his fault.
Yeah,
but
okay. Then VAR will be looked at. VAR will be looked at.
You see what Lewis just said? It's Gay's fault. That makes a lot more sense than bringing up referees in a title you lost by 7 points. This Everton game that he said Gay's fault. So Lewis just said Gay's fault, right? You're talking about momentum swings. I don't care what anyone says. Flawless is here. You can ask him right now. He's lived it many times. The biggest momentum swing is beating your direct title rivals. You beat your direct title rivals, Arsenal, 2-1. And then the next Premier League game away from home against Everton, you drew 3-3. So what proof do I have
my direct rivals.
swing?
I beat my direct rivals in Arsenal, and many, the PGMOL actually came out and said that Gabriel should have been sent off. I don't know.
So should have Bernardo. So should have been Havertz.
Oh my gosh! See, you're stepping on this because this is the point that I'm trying to make. What you want to do, and I watch you guys into this. The head-to-head matchup, I happened to win. I also had their best defender, arguably their best player, some want to say, suffer or should have suffered a 3-game ban. When we want to talk about momentum, when we want to talk about continued success or winning, imagine this Arsenal without Gabriel. Now, I'm saying, Dio, you deserve that Prem. I'm not taking anything away from you. I'm not going to remind you of any of this stuff. However, I find it convenient that, again, Liverpool fans want to say that they can revisit the kick from Doku. They can revisit the hand from Rodri. But for a City fan, not me, that's going to want to bring up the numerous and, more importantly, the head-to-head matchup that would have had Gabriel out for 3 games means nothing. I'm saying it means nothing because at the end of the season, it's the best team. However, the energy from Liverpool fans is very different when it comes to that.
Let me address something real quick.
It's 2 different
Hold on.
You 4 times. We have proof of momentum. We have proof in terms of points. We have proof in terms of the difference between both teams. Dio said it this season. They dropped points. They had 7 draws, 5 losses, and you didn't capitalize.
I want to address the Gabriel thing. We had Gabriel injured this season for more than 6 to 7 weeks. There was a point he was out for 4 weeks.
That has nothing to do with anything.
No. You said, imagine this Arsenal team this season without Gabriel.
That was your weakest stint when you didn't have Gabriel.
We didn't have him in October, November, when we were not conceding shots. That was not our weakest stint. Our weakest stint was in January and February. Gabriel was there when we had our weakest stint. So my point to you is
your first blip was without Gabriel, and it got worse later in the season.
No. Let's not do this. October we
didn't. Okay, Gabriel. Hold on. Let me be honest. Dio, hold on. Did you not drop any points with Gabriel missing?
That's not my point.
No, but that's an important point because when we're talking about
how many games did we drop points when Gabriel was not there? How many games?
I'm asking you. I don't know.
One game.
Okay, so when it comes,
hold on, and he was out for 4 weeks. That's 4 games. So what I'm saying to you again is you trying to use Gabriel as a yardstick on the red card.
No, I'm not doing that. No, guys, listen. For the last time, I don't care. You deserve to win the Prem. I'm saying the energy is very different when they want to talk about the what ifs with City and Liverpool versus City and Arsenal. That's the Dio. I'm keeping the same energy. You deserve this Prem. I'm not taking anything away from it. I'm not bringing up VAR. But Liverpool fans were quick to bring up VAR twice in different occasions. And the energy's different. If Gabriel suffered even one loss or drop points during that run that I'm talking about after we beat you head to head, it's a different story. But I'm telling you, you earned it. That's what I'm saying.
Breaking news.
Liverpool fans got different energy.
Is shown for two different scenarios that are not the same at all, of which in a run-in where one team finished on 93 points and the other team finished on 92 points is not the same as one team winning the league on 85 points and the other one finishing on 78 points, of which the team that finished on 78 points were allowed back into the title race 15 times. Lewis will tell you this. He was backing your club. Arsenal allowed you back into the title race multiple times. You didn't take advantage. It's not the same as losing the league by a point on a PGMOL apology. And if Rodri's handball was given, it would be penalty to Everton.
You ready, baby girl?
1-0 up.
Okay.
At Goodison, possible red card for Rodri. The difference in the Burnley game is they were already 1-0 up. As Lewis himself said, who's an Arsenal hater, Burnley were trash. And even if I want to play your game, you finished 7 points behind them.
Lewis, and
so even if the result of Burnley changed,
Keep
it wasn't
emphasizing the 7
difference.
points.
It was
when the
a
last game of the
difference.
season was whatever. Emphasize the 7 points, but the season was already over. When we drop points, this last game meant nothing. But again, harp on it, call it 7 points. It would have been insignificant, but I'm telling you, and Dio, I won't revisit this. I'm telling you, you deserve the Prem. I'm just saying, I find it funny. I find it funny that when there's instances, and the instances are actually pretty long when someone a detail.
Are you going to say it again, even though I disproved you 5 times?
Am I going to say what again?
Because you're trying to compare two things that are not the same. You're saying, Sam, you went to a restaurant and you told me the dessert is really good.
There's a long list.
I went and I had the steak and it's trash. Okay, but I didn't tell you to have the steak. You're comparing two completely different scenarios. It's not the same. Stop trying to act like the Rodri handball is similar to anything that happened this season. It's not.
Okay.
Yes,
it's not supposed to be the exact same, but this is what happens season over season. If you're going to have the conversation and we're looking for the exact same example that happened in this season versus you, and now this season versus Dial, it's never going to be the same. But there's a laundry list.
I'm not looking at the exact same example. I've debunked your point from every angle you've come at me with. Number one, it wasn't a 1 point Premier League. Whether it was 7 points or not, 4 points, whatever it is, it wasn't a 1 point Premier League. Number two, Arsenal allowed you the chance to come back multiple times.
That has nothing to do for the instances.
No,
it doesn't.
We both won every game in the run-in. So of course it's not the same. So if I'm looking at your logic, momentum was you had the chance to overtake them and you didn't multiple times.
And I'm telling you,
was not won by 1 point.
And I am telling you, and I am telling you that
and you had decisions go your way as well in the run in Brentford at home.
Okay, and we're gonna act like you didn't have decisions go your way when we were having our battles as well. What are we doing here?
Name it.
Oh, now you want me to name it?
The point that Kusanov have been sent off this season. You want to play that game?
How many times should Kusanov have been sent off?
Yeah, how many?
Why? How many?
This crazy decision that went Liverpool's way. Name it. Go on. Since we had decisions go our way. I can name you your decisions.
I'm pointing out you want to look at one instance.
Dyer, see why you played this game? He's telling you, oh, you deserve the Prem, by the way. Here you go.
He does deserve the Prem. I'm keeping the same energy. All this stuff doesn't matter. All this stuff does not matter. At the end of the day,
background then.
Because you want to nitpick. You want to be like, oh, there's only one instance. Oh, it was only the Kai Havertz part. Or you want to ignore this part. If Gabriel punches or headbutts, he's out. I'm saying at the end of the day, Arsenal deserve it. I'm keeping the same energy. You Liverpool fans, some of you are fraudulent.
Arsenal deserve it, but it's in your background. Explain it, please.
They deserve it. All this stuff doesn't matter.
You're pointing at the wrong.
All this stuff doesn't. Okay, can you listen to the words coming out of my mouth? All this stuff doesn't matter.
Oh man, you did your research. You got every still picture and image of Arsenal's foul in all 38 games.
Because I want to remind my City fans, Dial. I want to remind my City fans. All this stuff doesn't matter. Losers cry about it. Losers bring up.
You're bringing up everything that yo.
Are you listening?
I hear you, but I'm trying to trigger you.
You can't trigger me.
Okay, Veto.
You can't trigger me.
What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
This is 6. You won't see this. You won't see this.
2 years back to back. Oh no, 14 now. I think is it 14 for me? Is it 14? Is it 6? I think it's 14 for me. I think if I'm not mistaken, it's Liverpool, Man.
I think it's 4. It's 4 prems. It's 4 prems.
So it's 14 league titles for Arsenal and 6 league titles.
You tried to trigger me, and I've now triggered you, guys.
No, I'm just reminding you, like the number that we have. You know, I know you're trying to.
And again, everybody in the chat, I know comprehension is struggling right now with TikTok, Instagram, and everything. I'm telling you, all this stuff doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you won your Prem. Don't let others bring this stuff up. They did it with me, with Liverpool, Rodri, and all this kind of stuff. Ignore all of it. Dio, I'm with you. I don't think you hear what I'm saying. You deserve your Prem. Ignore all of this. However, they don't.
They even brought me into it in the first place. This was between you and Hussam.
Because I wanted to have a winner conversation. Because I've seen losers bring up VAR decisions. I've had losers bring up the hand of Rod. I've had losers bring up McAllister kick. That's why.
Hold on.
But the loser,
I do have to drop.
All the corners in the background.
I was about to do this real quick.
You deserve it, Tayo, but let me leave the stream as I have the picture on the screen.
Flawless is about to get the stream. Now, I was about to ask Vader, when last did you win the Premier League? 2 years ago. Hussam, last year. Chelsea, 2017.
10 years ago.
I believe, Flawless, you are going on 14 years next season.
It's actually 9 years.
I'm just checking. No, I said Flawless. Are you Flawless? Are you Lewis? Calm down.
No, I meant to Sam.
Okay, yeah.
Hilarious. Ha. Yes, so funny.
Nah.
United are actually on the longest run. This is true.
Look, here's my thing, though. I think what Veto was trying to achieve was say, the way that they bantered them for their own win because of how they won it, that I'll get bantered. The truth is, I don't care. I don't care, people. I don't care if you want to come and tell me that they didn't give Gabriel a red card. I don't care. Look, yes, we didn't get a red card this season. City did not get a red card this season. Brighton did not get a red card this season. I don't hear any of you shouting about that. And when you talk about penalties, yes, we didn't concede any penalties, but guess what? City only conceded 1 penalty this season. They considered just 1 penalty.
I actually didn't know that one. Fair enough.
Yeah, so I mean, and when people are talking about corner kicks, you won by 18 corner kicks. Yeah, but Tottenham scored 17.
Bro, the whole Premier League is a set piece league, man.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what I'm saying.
Well, I think we're second in that list for corner goals.
But yeah, for a long time. So what are we doing here? It's like, look, I don't care. We won. So rivals can piss on themselves, cry more. And the reason it's more painful for a lot of you rivals is because you guys refuse to address the football, which is why I wanted to address it earlier at the beginning of the stream. To address the football, when Arsenal will drop points, there's no context around. You just say bottle job. Now that bottle jobs have gotten it over the line, and bottle jobs are now champions of England. Now you cannot say bottle jobs anymore. Neither can you say you haven't won anything. Now you've got to address the football. Hence why Vitor is pulling up all these receipts here. Every single frame of Arsenal's foul. If I decide to pull up every single frame of City's foul, what will we be doing here? You know,
he will tell you losers make excuses, even though it was 1 point, not 7.
Yeah, and he's one making excuses here. You know,
let me do these supers before we move on. Talk about the other clubs. Big up to all of you guys locked in. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Appreciate you all. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Please like and subscribe now. And thank you always for the love and support, people. Big up to my guy, the real king. By the way, sorry, Vater was leaving the stream. We let Flawless answer Vater's questions because he knows his answers the best. V, let's talk about Pep's inability to win in adversity. 1-13, crumbling the 115, spending 600 million in 12 months, can't work without money, counting community shields and FA Cups. Your thoughts, Flawless?
Vea would say he has had adversity, being chased down by Liverpool, the 290 plus points by a point, winning the treble, dominating the league 6 and 8, being the only team to 4-peat in the modern day era. They 3-peated, all of these things, the change of guard in regards to players and cycles. That's what I'll say. And everybody hating us. And the PGMLO guy wanting, who was it? Head of the FA saying he wanted someone new to win the league. That's what Veta would have said.
Fairs. Arsenal win 1-0. Struggled. Manchester City win. Mentality monsters. This is true. Vader, keep it strictly about credits and reflection. He didn't. As you can see, he thinks you deserve it, but this is his background. No red cards and pens. Finish the sentence. It wasn't goal difference. It was goals scored. Yeah, it is what it is. Hussam, Key Thomas put you here on Club World Cup winner, biggest bottle job.
Yeah, I wouldn't knock the claim.
When are we going to hear from Lewis? Chelsea must.
I've said that all this season, and that's already my statement for next season. If we're not in a title race, we've already failed.
Title race from 10th place.
Yeah, we've done it before. Do it again. If it's not a title race, it's a failure. Nothing else.
World-class stars Phil, Cole couldn't get... What do you guys think of this?
Deserved. Palmer's been shittles for the best part of 2 seasons by the finals. It's deserved.
Neither of them should have won. 100%. I agree.
You guys don't believe in difference makers like in terms of...
I did think it was surprising that Noni got in over him, because I still think Palmer could have done more on that right side. But
they have enough.
No, but again, the issue with Palmer and Palmer's performed for England when he's played. He's kind of at least been, but Foden hasn't performed for England. He's never, like, you can't remember an England game that Foden made the difference in. Think about it. All the friendlies, you can't literally be like, there's not one game. I think you can call one game for Palmer when he came in for Saka in the Euros. There was a conversation right after that. Oh, Palmer should play on the right. Saka should be benched. Remember? Like, that's how much impact Palmer made. There's not one game since Foden has played for England that you can turn around and say, I remember this that Foden did. So again, maybe for England he's not been performing, but for he did well for his team. You just can't, because a player is playing very well for their team. Noni, I think they're taking Noni based on utility. He can play on the left, he can play on the right. I feel like that's what they've brought Noni as a backup. Like, all right, at least we need somebody. If Saka needs to rest out a game, maybe they win their first 2 games. The third game, they don't need to. They need him to rest. Then Noni can play that game. Or if they need somebody on the left to rest, you can swap Noni to the left. That I think that's why they're taking Noni. And again, he's showed this season in the few games that he's played for Arsenal. You can say what you want. He's done his job. He's contributed his goal quota. He's contributed his own fair share. He scored our second goal against Crystal Palace in the final game. Yeah, we didn't need to win the game, but it's better to win it regardless. He scored against Bayern in the Champions League. He's provided assists and goals where it mattered. So
flawless plus Hussam plus Vater must next season, and 2 billion FC. That's Lewis.
Absolutely.
If I'm thinking for myself, I will say we definitely must. Of course, we can't keep messing around.
Must what?
Challenge.
Yeah, we must challenge. We must.
I wouldn't say Flawless's team must challenge.
You must challenge and not do a bottle job like this Haaland. Oh, sometimes I got a good feeling.
It's on with us. It's on the window.
Yeah, he's taking an L with that one still.
Yes.
Yes, pathetic rivals. Oh, have the deepest squad. Won't mention 7 came this year, but they're so-called daddy man cities in transition as the sheikh pays them. I don't believe City are in transition though. I think this is the biggest cop-out bullshit excuse, bro.
But that's
not
what we
transition, but they're not primed and ready. You can see where there's faults in their team. That's not to take away from Arsenal, by the way.
But Flawless, best winger in the league, one of the best centre backs in the league. They signed in January.
Who's the best winger in the league?
Semenyo. Who's been better than him?
Semenyo was the best winger in the league for the first
half. When they signed him.
He was, but it's not all right. Cool, he was, but it's not just that. It's their clear and obvious problems, like in midfield, for example. The other wing is not good enough.
I know, but here's my thing, though. Flawless.
Doku has had a good season. Doku's had a good season.
No, Doku had a good season for Doku. Doku didn't have no good season. I know, none of us here would take Doku right now.
No.
Yeah, I would. Don't speak
okay,
for
and
me.
why would you look? Because the bar's in hell for you, man. That's why.
You're damn fucking right.
There we go then. So that's not the bar. All right, let's say if you lot had quality left wingers, you're not taking Doku.
Depends on who my left winger is.
Flawless.
Flawless.
Here's what I'm saying now.
If I got Vara, for example, then yeah.
Do you see how we're talking about?
Wait, before you go, if Estevar was playing on the left-hand side, you're not taking Doku.
Yeah, but I'd have him on the right, wouldn't I?
No. That's my point that I'm making. Like you're not picking him over any quality winger, left or right. Doku just gets away with it because he's at City, man. That's man. He just Alan St. Maximum, man.
But this is what I'm saying. But see, this is what I was saying.
What's the difference?
But you see, this is what I was saying. This is what I was saying all season. Flawless. You see how you talked about glaring issues in the midfield for City and Doku not being up to it, and in certain games is up to it. When we talk about City, we give all of this context and we give all of this footballing analysis on the midfield is leaking. This is why they're not on par this season. But when it comes to anybody else, there's no context given. And that's what pisses me off when we have conversations. Because we can look at Arsenal and in the games that we drop points and point out, hey, Zubimendi had played 45 games. 45 full 90s.
No, I hear you.
So is fatigue a thing that we can consider and say, hey, maybe this player is tired. This is why his legs are gone now. He needs to, be swapped. But there'll be no context given when it comes to Arsenal. Anyways. Yeah.
Now, on top of that as well, that's not an excuse though. Even though
no, it's not. It's not. But I mean,
I know you're not. I'm saying when I say that, when I'm critical of him, they should still go and win the league.
Fair enough. I'm even saying that just even having that conversation, people don't want to have it. All they just say is, "Oh, you haven't won anything yet. You're making excuses." And that's why I'm like, all right, cool. So now that we have, we'll talk the football going forward.
Yeah.
Hussam, you are engaged. Talk now. Why are you
congratulations, man.
Big up.
Yes. Love that.
Thank you.
For real.
Thank you. Appreciate you both.
Why
are you saying it in fighting terms, though, Sunra? Why do you want to fight me for being engaged? Like,
Sunra,
you're engaged. Talk now. Why
are you engaged, Sunra? Hussam, you are engaged.
Why are you fighting me for being engaged?
And look, he put 3 exclamation marks. Talk now. Bong, bong, bong.
Yeah.
Calm down now.
Why you want to fight me for being engaged, bro? Vater, you told us all to stop crying, don't talk. Flawless, your response as Vater.
What would Vater say to this? He said, I can still talk. That's what he'd probably say. He'd probably say, yeah, I told you lot stop crying, but he was pointing out, he was telling his fans not to cry because that's what losers was do. He wasn't talking directly to Arsenal fans. He was addressing Manchester City fans. That's what he said.
For those of us that bet, the last time Arsenal won a European trophy, they beat the defending champions in the final and the World Cup was held in the USA. I'm quietly confident.
Yeah, man, calm. I hear it, man. Arsenal got to do what they got to do for that juggernaut that is PSG.
That was Cup Winners' Cup in 1994, I think. Yeah.
Oh.
And there was USA 94 at that time as well. I remember, that's true. Actually, I never thought about it. You know what?
No, 1 second. Die. 1 second.
I didn't think about
Lewis. You said it's been your worst week.
Allez les bleus.
Yep, that's our full screen.
Allez Paris.
Let me ask Lewis the question. Lewis, you're mad that Arsenal won the league. Fairs. What happens if Arsenal win the UCL?
It's not happening. So
but what happens in the 5% chance in your brain that happens? Then what?
Nothing happens. It's not happening. It's not happening. Allez Paris, man. Allez Paris. My dogs.
My days. You know what? I don't even gotta say that then.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen. I believe in my Parisian.
No. You said it's not happening, so you can't say anything can happen now.
Yeah, you can't say anything can happen after saying it's not happening.
You said it's not happening. So
No. You asked what I was gonna do if it happens.
Over land and sea. I just want you to see this full screen. Over land and sea. That's all you need to see right now. You see this? You see this?
Lewis, are we actually going to move out if it happens?
Get ready.
Amsterdam. I'm on holiday.
It don't matter. It don't matter what you go.
DND, you won't be able to get in contact with me up the Chelsea.
It don't matter where you go, bruv. It don't matter. There are Arsenal fans everywhere. Any country you go to, I will unleash them on you.
But you know what? Dam's got something to make it a bit more easier to tolerate.
Don't worry.
Vater, now do favorable VAR decisions for City this season. How long we got? Brentford alone, there's 3, bro.
That's what I was telling you.
Can we bring the FA Cup into it?
Oh. Why didn't you say this to Vater's face?
You lot were having your debate. I was too busy sulking.
This is not
You
the
waited
first
for
time
his
you-
blue
this is not the
brother
first
to
time you
leave the
interrupt and give your own
stream.
opinion.
No, I already said these man betrayed me. Fuck
This
yeah.
is the first time you come on.
So the Blue
Lewis.
Brother thing's over. It's over, yeah.
It's not over.
Well,
He-
we'll come back next season. Enzo Maresca's tricky blues. I might need to rely on them again.
First.
Hater, what dumb argument, dude? Liverpool stopped playing because they had won. You guys were playing in be humble mode and still couldn't stink out for a win for your quadruple retirement match. Also, stop this. Flawless.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw the Ollie Watkins Instagram, but they're all laughing in the replies because they were all hanging. And they're like, how the fuck have we won this game? We're not even like ready to play or anything.
Yeah, what's the quadruple retirement match?
As in, like, Pep retiring.
Pep's last game, the Villa match.
That confused me. Yeah, I don't know. I can't. You know what? I can't. Sorry to foolish snippets. I don't know what the argument was to respond to this. I'd have to hear the context of it. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I don't know
If Flawless is saying, I don't know what Vader would say to this, then we're in trouble.
I'm confused. Like, I'm guessing it was the points total. I'd have to hear the initial. But yeah, sorry, foolish snippets. Yeah, I got nothing for that.
Big up foolish snippets. Shukriya bhai. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Big up to a net tweet that says, hey, care more, Lewis. London is red. What's up?
Wrong one. But the world's blue, mate. The world's fucking blue, mate. So hold that. You could have the island of irrelevancy or like 80% of the island of irrelevancy because Scotland and Wales don't count. But yeah, big up. World
Can't
champs.
believe you're still running this gimmick, man.
Hey, don't blame me. Blame FIFA. We got this for 1,461 days, bro.
Where's your dumbass belt? I haven't seen it in a while.
Oh, this one. Shout out the belt, man. Day 316 of the 1,461 day reign. You think we forgot? We never forgot.
You paid 500 quid for that. That's crazy.
You're damn right, bruv.
The only one that has that
money
type of money
upset.
on stream is Flawless.
The rest has all gone to Chelsea.
Is that Mr. 75k subs? What are we on? 80k? How many subs is it?
74.9k.
Sorry, 74.9. So it'll be 75 in about 5 minutes. So yeah, like this way.
No,
We
no,
the different
no,
brackets.
Flawless, did I tell you that
I'm
Hussam gave me a raise
getting
on our
somewhere.
salaries?
Oh, did he? Nah, I didn't know that, man. I need to get. I
He
need to
hasn't given you a
negotiate.
raise?
Yes, I ain't got no raise. I need
Yeah,
to
we need to-
negotiate.
yeah, he gave me a
I
raise.
can't believe you paid £500 for that, Lewis. What's wrong with you?
You're damn right. Compared
Has
to
he
all
got-
the money that I've spent following Chelsea this season, that was actually money well spent.
Because he got to go with it.
The fuck? And I'm gonna have to put more down on a season ticket. That's still worth spending.
Hey, 1 second, Lewis. What's the worst game you went to this season, physically?
PSG away. PSG away. Or the Arsenal Carabao Cup first leg. Or second leg. And the
Wait,
away
you were,
game.
you were at the Emirates?
Yeah? I'll never miss that game. I'll go there again and believe we can win. Don't get a red card this time. Up the Chelsea.
Correction, Hussam didn't work for Arsenal. He hated 115 FC. Not the same thing. Hussam was giving chess that Isak Verts and Ekitike will walk the league. By the way, I'll be honest with you guys. I think this like Dio tried it, but he failed, obviously. But anyone from a Premier League winning position goes, signs Isak Verts, Ekitike, Kirkus, Frimpong. Every single person on the panel in my position would be saying the shit that I say.
100%.
Yeah, like
No, I
you
agree.
signed Isak after winning the league, bro. Come on, man.
Sam, I agree with you, which is why I said Slot could not fit his new players and get the best out of them. Fair enough, Isak was injured, so let's not even try and make excuses and say Isak was fit. So Isak was injured, but even the other players, he just couldn't find a way. Which is why I said Mikel Arteta signing 8 players in the summer and playing almost 4, sometimes 5 of them in a game. Half your team are new, and finding ways to win those games should be applauded as a manager in footballing terms, not because it's an Arsenal thing. Like, there's multiple managers with new players, and only one is finding a way to win games with the ones he has. And he doesn't even have the best ones. It's not like we signed Verts, like you said. We signed Zubimendi. He's good, but he's no Verts. You see what I'm saying? Who did we sign as a striker? Gyökeres. He's good, but he's no Isak. So that tells you that Mikel Arteta did do something with this team.
Yeah, of course.
And that's the respect that I have for the manager.
Andrea Berta. What an acquisition by King Josh.
Yeah.
Berta made some definitely good signings. Imagine Slot Paul forces you to get married. Slot Paul didn't force me to get married. been in the plans for a while now. Alhamdulillah, people know we've been planning this. So yeah, I'm engaged. Marriage in 2 months, inshallah. 2 months.
Hey, congratulations, man.
I didn't realize how much preparation you need to have to do for a fucking wedding, bro. It's insane
bro,
amount of shit you
bro,
need to get done,
bro.
It's mad.
The ceremony is the ceremony. The real marriage starts after the ceremony. Let me just give you my 2 cent advice. Just manage expectations. Finish. I'm 9 years in. Manage expectations. It's very hard. Some days you wake up, you just want to walk out of the house and never come back. But you come back.
Damn.
I'm just letting you know. Some days you feel. But the truth is, I wouldn't change it for anything.
Go on, Dai. What do you want to say?
I thought the truth is I wouldn't change it for anything, and that's the joy of it. The joy of it is the happy times, the sad times, the angry times, but just manage expectations and learn to compromise. And I think you'll be fine, And enjoy that deal. Enjoy that day. Party like 1999.
Yeah.
That's my
listen, I'm sure after 3 years of looking, the scouting process took long enough. We made the correct decision from a scouting perspective. So don't worry about it, Habibi. Don't worry, I got this. Day one of your league champs. That's what Specterizing is saying. To be fair, if you do the Lewis gimmick, you on paper, up until City Bournemouth, Liverpool were the league champs until Arsenal became the league champs. So you could run this gimmick until the next season's champion is decided.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
Yes.
You could.
I'll still have mine when all of that's done. Up the shelves.
Yeah, exactly. PSG, you have blood on your hands. Anyway, big up to all of you guys. Please hit the like button and subscribe. Appreciate you all. Love you all. Let's just combine Liverpool, Man United, and Chelsea in one section. I don't want to keep the guys for too long. Let's just have our kind of thoughts, towards the end of the season on our clubs. Who shall we start? Let's start with Lewis. I feel like he's too miserable right now. I want to let him talk a little bit. Maybe it will be a little bit therapy for him. Talk to me, brother. Chelsea, 10th place, below Brighton, Brentford. What the hell, bro? Come on.
First off, thank God it's over. Thank God it's all over, because this whole year has just felt like a straight humiliation ritual. This season was meant to have a lot of promise. At the start of the season, we all couldn't wait for it to start. Now we all simultaneously can't wait for it to end. And the players were the same, because they went to that game like it was a job requirement, not like there was actually anything like that they genuinely cared about. These men played at 50% like it was a Conference League game. There was zero intensity. There was zero press, zero desire. And that's why Sunderland were just beating the piss out of us throughout that first half. Palmer as well politely passed the ball back to the goalkeeper with the only decent chance that we had in the first half, before a string of errors leads to us conceding the first goal. Then in the second half, the Frenchies have to come in and fuck everything up for us like they've been doing all season. Malo Gusto literally passes the ball into our own net because he's flat-footed and the brother's constantly dozing off. And Wesley Fofana is just a prick. Nothing else. He's just a prick. Just an unserious prick that's on 200k a week. Both of them need to get out of my club as soon as possible. The only good thing about one game a week is that Jabi Alonso's got more time with the squad. The players are finally going to get a good amount of rest throughout the season, because this team's been run into the ground with Club World Cup fatigue and 2 seasons being played back-to-back. And it also means I can rip apart half of this team now, because the team's now too big for one game a week. So many of you lot can fuck off from my club, because we've got way too much dead weight in this team. But yeah, this season's shit, and I'm glad it's all over. This is one of the worst seasons, the worst season I've ever had following Chelsea. And for it to be a season that had so much promise all the way up until the end of November, it's a disgrace. But it's all because of all the problems that I called at the start of the season being way more amplified than I even gave it credit for. And then obviously Enzo Maresca leaving, and then downgrading on that with Liam Rosenior. And the fact that the season's such a write-off, that we all were just okay with Callum McFarlane, the guy with no experience, being allowed to walk us out in an FA Cup final, to walk us out at Anfield. This says a lot about where we are. We were just calm with fucking kinetic Callum for 6 games. Why? because our season's been a write-off for months. I'm just glad it's all over. But these fuckers couldn't even get me a draw against Sunderland for Europa. I didn't even need a win. United did me a favour. Liverpool did me a favour. And what do? Throw it back in everyone's faces like we've done all season. Fucking shit. Fucking dead. But that's our club.
Do you think Blueco are actually going to change their ways in the summer? Because that's the big deal now with like, obviously, Xabi Alonso coming in. Do you think Blueco will really change the way they operate?
No. Everyone's already, like, spreading their cheeks for them just because they brought in Xabi Alonso. Like, yeah. Oh, wow, they brought someone experienced to Chelsea. Well, why are you bigging it up like we're Crystal Palace or we're Fulham? Or someone that should be, like, astounded to be able to bring Xabi Alonso to their club. What the fuck? Recruit better. I don't care about anything but this summer window. Even without UCL money, there's so much shit that's over here that you can flog off. You can get 200, 300, maybe even over that if you negotiate well enough. Enzo Fernandez is leaving. Cucurella's leaving. A ton of others are leaving. You will be able to get enough money in to go and recruit again. So there's no excuse. No excuse for next season. If it's not a title race with one game a week, it's a failure. I've watched Man United climb 13 places this season from 15th. I'm not asking you to make that sort of leap. So, get it done. Get it done. Overhaul this squad. Bring in some quality. And then maybe I'll start to believe. But Blueco are not getting anything from me for doing the bare minimum of bringing Xabi Alonso to my club. Fuck that. And to the fans that have already turned over that, you lot are fickle as fuck. Not a Project CFC dropping the protest, all because there's a glimmer of light with Xabi Alonso. Blueco are laughing at you lot. Fucking idiots.
Flawless, Man United, 3rd place.
Yeah, tale of literally the season is a tale of what's it called? 2 halves, like horrible start, which we knew it was going to be a horrible start. Anyone with a brain, a working brain and 2 eyes knew it was going to be horrible with Amorim. No preseason, no amount of bringing in talent knew that. Hey, you good, Vader?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, man, blessings. Oh, seeing because of what's it called? Dial with the champion, the home of the champions and all that.
Vader ain't seen a league title in 2 years. It's his longest run, actually.
Yeah,
that's
I didn't know. Yeah, serious. Yeah, it's mad to say that. That's how successful he's been. But
how long
yeah,
have you went to that league title? Fast?
Yeah, just shut up, man. But yeah, as I was saying anyway.
Does it annoy you on a real? Like, do you feel because Said was saying this? I saw he was like, "We have to win the league, bro." Like it's been.
Yeah, it's now more. It's now more because it's now more prominent. Like going that length of time without a league title is a travesty anyway. But now we're the longest out of the big clubs. It just.
Like, let's be honest. No one cares about Spurs. Don't tell me 1961. No one cares.
That's why I said it. I said out of us here, us 5 individuals here. So out of us 5, because we are now the longest, there's more of a spotlight on it. So yes, it does. Yes, it is more prominent now. It's just people talking about it. It already annoys me. It's just people talking about it more so. That's where it is. But yeah, as I was saying, start of the season, anyone with a working brain knew that we was going to be terrible. No amount of talent. No preseason was going to change these lot. They weren't going into the hyperbolic time chamber. And we was horrible for that entire, that from August to December, absolutely horrible. Footballing terrorist that's called Ruben Amorim got sacked. Shouts to Michael Carrick, came in, did a stellar job, did much, much better than I expected. I didn't think third was on the cards. I didn't think if someone would have said we'd win 12 out of 17, it sounds like a crazy super chat on here. That's what that sounds like. Someone said you would finish third and win 12 out of 17 games and you'd be happy with Carrick next season. I would have been like, not a chance. No way did I see any of them things happening, and he did it. So, yeah, props to him. Got back into Europe. Now it's just a question of him being back. Thoroughly deserves the job on credit. Now it's just a question of backing him in the transfer window. Like, we need to go and add talent. Like, that's a needs must. And then once we add talent, that's when we can then assess where we should be. Because people talking about, oh, United are back. United can do this and that. It's like, whoa. Relax with all that. Like, keep your feet on the ground. We need shit. We need things in the summer. So people gotta relax with all that. We need midfielders. We need fullbacks. We need a centre back, and then we can assess where we're at. But it's good. I like how it's looking optimistic. I like how it's looking, and even all the players we've been linked to as well. I go, all right, cool. But come the end of the window, 1st of September, I'll be able to tell you in full where I think we can go. But I like what I'm seeing. I've said it. You know what I'm saying? Finish top 3, improve overall. Domestic cups is always a target. Champions League knockout stages and go from there.
You're a Carrick believer, Flawless. If I get this correct.
Yeah, because he's everything I've wanted him to do, he's did that and more. Now with Carrick, it's just more of the unknown because I have nothing to go off. Because people keep saying, oh, he will definitely fail with rotating the squad and playing in Europe. And I'm like, based off of what? He's not been in this situation ever before. It's not like he's been at a previous English club or he was somewhere else in Europe and we can point to that and go, oh, he was in France and this Lyon, for example, he was at Lyon and they was in Europe and he was awful there, or he was in Portugal or he was in Spain or Italy or wherever else. There's nothing to point to. All I have to go off is what he's done from January till May, and he's done very, very well. Do I have my reservations? Yes. Do I think he's a Premier League or Champions League winning manager? No. But then again, I didn't think he was a manager of this caliber to do what he did. So I could be wrong again. Like, so yeah, with Carrick, like, he's exceeded all my expectations. So yeah, I have to he deserves a chance to succeed next season, but give him the best possible tools. We can't be lining up with what we lined up, even though we played very well against Brighton. We can't be lining up with that. It can't be Martinez and Maguire and Shaw and Mount. No. If they do that, they're setting him up to fail. I don't want Carrick the conversation in October, November to be, oh, well, Carrick's failed and people can point and go, well, they didn't back him. No, he failed because he wasn't good enough. It wasn't a lack of talent. But yeah, Carrick's done well. So go out there and exceed. Like, now I want to see how you do, but I've watched him learn on the job currently. I've watched him learn from mistakes and tactically change things and switch things up. We don't play the same way the whole time. I see what he's trying to do. I've seen him make subs earlier on. Like, he's learning on the job, but he's done exceptionally well so far with a squad that we don't rate. That's why I don't get about United fans criticizing him. Because for the most part, Manchester United fans who are like, I don't want him to get the job. I asked them all the same question. How many first teamers do you think we need? And they'll tell me 5, 6, 7, 8. So wait, hold up. So you're telling me we need 7 new outfield players. So that's 70% of the team you're telling me it's not good enough, but this manager won 12 in 17. That means that's miracle work. You telling me we need 7 new starters, or we need 5, or we need, how about people tell me 8? I couldn't believe my ears. So we need 8 new starters according to you. And the managers won 12 out of 17 games, but you're being critical. Like, all right, you just want to be miserable then. All right.
So you don't think Carrick will be like, the question mark is a United manager under pressure is different than a United manager without
Absolutely.
pressure.
And
so
that's
next
where
season, you've already said that, there's content creators talking about a United title race. The former players will be out there in the media saying this whole, we're United, we're supposed to win the league and we're going to win the league and we have to challenge and all this shit. You don't think having pressure on Carrick changes him as a manager? Because we've seen this. If we're going to use sample size against Vater earlier, if I use the last 13 years, we've seen this with Oli and with Van Gaal and with Ten Hag and with all this. Like,
absolutely.
So do you think Carrick has what it takes to rise above the pressure, basically?
We'll see. That question is going to get answered. That's why I'm not worried about it. All the answers I have, all the questions I have surrounding Carrick, and everyone does, we find out. There's been 3 managers in Manchester United's entire history that have won league titles. 3. We've won 21 league titles, 3 managers. We've had 2 managers in our history of won Champions Leagues. 20, sorry. But we're going to win 21 eventually. But the point I'm making is 3 managers have won 20 league titles. Like, what we doing out here? Fuck off. But yes, that's what we've had 2 managers win Champions League. So when people say, oh, it's a tough job. Yes, it's a tough job. This is not the longest cycle Manchester United have been without a league title or Champions League / European Cup. So yeah, of course it's a tough job. Is Carrick that guy? Again, all the questions I have, and I have plenty of questions surrounding Carrick, I get to find out fairly quickly. 3-4 months in. Go on, babe.
You know what? Of all the times to kind of be patient and let a manager show whether they're of quality or not, it's now. Like if we're being real, if we look at this league and we look at the managers that are occupying said clubs, is anyone really being like, oh my gosh, we're in trouble? There's a lot of what ifs right now. There's a lot of, I'm not too sure. There's a lot of, let me see how things go, right? So
we're in trouble.
What'd you say?
Yeah, Liverpool.
Yeah, we are in trouble, definitely, 100%.
Yeah. Woe's me. But
60,
when it comes down
60 points last season, we've gotten you 10th place. We legitimately, and I'm saying this as the team that finished 5th, we legitimately got top 5 because all the other teams didn't pull up. It's not our
It's a
own
tough
doing.
league, though.
The league's
Hussam.
rubbed
It's
out.
a very
The league's rubbed out.
No,
Wait, what?
the league is tough.
The league,
is tough, but 60 points gets you 10th place last season, 9th place. Like, this is the lowest point tally ever for top 4.
Yeah.
So we.
But it's,
we-
but it's because of how tough it is.
That's because
I think had Chelsea kept.
Dio, tell him because
Enzo-
it's how tough the league
I
is.
think had Chelsea kept Enzo Maresca, they finished 5th ahead of us.
I know, but Hussam, but again, even having said that, fair enough, that could have been the case. Chelsea could have gotten top 5 if they kept Enzo Maresca. But to tell you how tough the league is, if you look at all the people that I said did not pull up, they're taking points off each other as well.
Yeah.
Because the Bournemouths and the Brentfords and the Brightons and the Fulhams, like all these teams are taking points off each other. And if you look at the points gap between 60 from 5th position till what, let's say 10th position, right? It's 8 points. 60 to 52.
Yeah.
So
Tell
it's 60, 57, 54, 53, 53, 52. In fact, 11, 52. It's not like it's literally what, 2 games and 2 draws between you and 10th position.
Yeah, this 60 points isn't really the same 60
It's not the
points.
same
This-
type of 60 points. This is a tough 60 points to get with
Yeah.
with the middle teams and how they play. Yo.
Yep.
So that's why
Yeah.
when everybody was saying that, oh, the league is so, I'm like, listen, the tougher the league, the less points you're going to get in total because everybody's taking this league has had the most 0-0 draws and the most 1-0 wins in the history of the Premier League in the last 5 to 10 years. This season.
I don't know if that speaks of toughness, but lack of creativity when it comes to attack.
But again, not just lack of. It's also had the best defensive record, which means that teams know how to defend again. Like they've gotten better at it. Look at the quality of managers in the Premier League. Let's be honest, man. Some of these teams, you look at their manager and you're like, if you take away the first tier level of managers, the Ancelottis and the Pep and all these guys, and you look at second tier and the Luis Enriquez and all these people who are close to Pep and all of those guys, take them away, put in the Hansi Flicks and co. That third tier of managers, all the Mariola and all these guys are tough managers. They're tough managers to beat.
Yes, Dio. And if you
lot
take
of them, a lot of them are in the Premier League. A lot of them are in the Premier League. Like Brighton's coach. That guy.
and let's take another step back. Let's take another step back because
teams on this panel though, because Vater said no one's in trouble. We are in trouble definitely. If we keep
Liverpool
slopping,
definitely are. And to what you said later about the patience,
Liverpool
they
are in
definitely
trouble
are.
100%.
Yeah, Liverpool definitely are. But in regards to what you said, go on, Peter. Go on.
I was just gonna say, but we as much as Liverpool are in trouble,
yeah,
right? They're amongst the teams that will challenge or be in the top 4. The reason why, and I know Hussam, because if it were me saying this, I'd be doing an underdog gimmick or whatever, but Hussam's doing it, so it's all okay. If you look at the managers currently in the league that have won a Prem, there's not many that actually have that, because winning a Prem, having that experience does weigh a lot, right? And if you look at the landscape right now, Dio, it's only Arsenal and Liverpool, right?
Gimmick, and then he indirectly does an underdog gimmick because Maresca's never won the Prem. So what he accuses.
Well, I'm waiting until my league. I'm waiting until it's official that I have.
But here the thing is with that, Vader, what you're saying is yes, it would make sense, but it's like Slot is not of that level. It's like if Ranieri or Mourinho came back. I don't think them winning a Prem helps like that. I don't think it's a big difference.
I hear it, but
if it was a Klopp or Pep moved elsewhere, I'd hear you with that.
That's different. Klopp, Pep, different stratosphere.
But that's the point. But that's the point I'm making is that helps with them because of the caliber they're at.
I hear it, but when we look at the landscape, when we look at the managers that have actually gotten over the line, I don't think so. Again, I know Hussam wants to say, "Oh, we're in trouble." I think they would be in trouble if the landscape was the same.
Vader, can I say something real quick?
Absolutely, go ahead.
To what you're saying. I hear you on the landscape thing, but last 2 seasons ago, because last season is over now, which is we are the champions of last season, by the way, for those who don't know. 2 seasons ago, when Liverpool won the Premier League, I think people have totally glossed over the fact that, Mohamed Salah did something that no other player has done. I think that season, there was a point in the season, I think it was January or February, I was doing the data on Liverpool that season, and Salah was responsible for 75% of their goals. 75%. Like, I don't think you understand that without Salah, they don't win the league that season. I don't think, and I know, yes, Slot made some changes. He used Gravenberch in the 6. He made it, he did do some tactical changes.
Slot did a lot.
Don't get me wrong. I'm saying he did tactical changes, but if you still remove Salah, everything he did would not have won him the league without Salah's input.
Yeah.
So my point is, I think Salah had a mad season, regardless of what Slot tweaked, and it papered over the cracks of Slot's tactics. And Liverpool looked good on the eye when they're playing. Let's not get it wrong; they played very well. They deserve to win. I'm not saying they don't, but I'm saying just that impact from Salah alone changes the way I see Liverpool now and Slot that season. I'm like, just take Salah out, and I don't think they win the league.
No,
right?
but
this season, now that Salah is not firing on all cylinders like he did the last season, right?
Yeah.
This season, all of a sudden, with his new input, he's not able to make the team click. There's just something missing. He's not taking accountability when he does interviews.
I know, but Dio, I want to be consistent like you, though. I want to be consistent like you.
No, this is why I said I agree with him that they are in trouble. Because
but this is why I want to be consistent like you, like what I've heard early in the show, right? About vetting in players, about the number of players that come in, and no one wanted to put that context. But let's give that context, because you brought up a very good point. Look at all the players that had to leave that winning Liverpool and all the players that came in. Look at the injuries that they had to suffer. So I think when you put that into context now, if we want to be same energy, when you think about the players that had to vet it in, the system that he tried to implement. Now, it didn't hit, but I think a manager with his experience for a third year, it's not death. It's not like a disaster, because again, the managers that he's going up against, and we would expect Liverpool to strengthen, I think they're going to be fine. Now, are they going to be flying like they were 2 seasons ago? No, but I think they're still in the mix. I don't think it's in trouble. I don't think it's an in trouble Liverpool next year.
Of all the teams on this panel,
yeah,
I would say if going by what I hear from Chelsea, that they're bringing in Alonso to be a manager and not just the head coach, to actually run with and work with the sporting directors, I think Chelsea are going to come back up. That's what I think, because I rate Alonso. I see what he did at Leverkusen. He went to Bayern Leverkusen. He ran as a manager there. He worked out that team, and he beat out Bayern Munich. That is not an easy thing to do as a manager in your first year. So kudos to him. I think he's going to be able to do something at Chelsea. Forget the players and all that. I think recruitment he'll deal with, because these are things that the manager will fix. Like, who are we recruiting? Who are we getting in? What are we doing here? What is the culture of the club? I think he's going to do something there. United are already showing promise. They've showed promise under Carrick, and if they back him, I think they will still be good, right?
Yeah.
Liverpool, the reason why I worry for them, again, is this. Arne Slot had a summer where the players that he bought were some of the best players in their positions.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Then other teams around him, you bought players, you brought in Ryan. In fact, you even bought players in January and you embedded them in the team, and Semenyo started scoring. And it's could not figure out how to use Florian Wirtz till the end of the season. Like, he had a whole season. So my point is, a manager who won the league because he had an amazing player on the squad, that if you take away that player's contribution, they don't win the league. We can all agree to that. And then the next season, he doesn't have that player's contribution. And then he has new players that he needs to embed, just like every other team had new players that they need to embed. Yeah. And he's not been able to find, the only reason he's in the Champions League is because the Bournemouth and the Fulhams took points off each other. The teams behind him are 3 points.
Yeah, because it's a tough league, though. Why you're saying it like you're just dismissing it?
No. I agree. I said that the only reason why he's lucky to be there is it's a tough league right now, and people took points off each other, and he struggled to stay there. I fear for them next season.
Really?
Because he recruited Isak, Ekitike, Florian Wirtz, Kirke.
Isak, no training.
Hold on. I'm coming. I hear you. Isak injury, take him out. Yeah, but Wirtz was there for you to play. Ekitike got injured halfway through the season, but Ekitike was playing very well. Agreed. Kirkers, Frimpong. Like, my point is, you could not use quality players like this and embed them in the team. What makes me think if I give you more this summer, you're going to be able to do something? He that is faithful in little, much will be committed to him.
So let me ask you, Dio. When you hear Hussam say trouble, when you mean like out of Europe? You mean out of the UCL?
I think they will struggle.
Yes, because when you look at the landscape, Mr. Landscape, Chelsea have Xabi Alonso on 1 game a week.
Chelsea are better than you next season. Okay.
That in itself is a club that could take our place in the top 5 right there.
Okay, so you believe Chelsea?
They have one game a week.
Arsenal, City. Are you all United?
What's the
United, Villa, whoever.
Aston Villa?
United, Villa, whoever, one of them.
You think you might be around 6th, 7th?
Yes, with Arne Slot, yes.
I
think they're gonna rotate this up. I think they'll keep
trash, bro.
Okay.
I think
without Arne Slot, it's possible.
And again,
Bro,
remember,
again,
just like you said,
you know,
Vito,
Vader's
they
doing
lost
the
some
whole
players.
he won
Now
the
they've
league
lost
thing.
Salah. They're going to lose
Bro,
Van Dijk.
Pellegrini won the league.
Alisson.
Mancini won the league. Ranieri won the league.
Yeah.
Conte won the league. I can give you so
Yeah.
many examples of managers who won the league. Like, let's not do this whole he won the league stuff. Wenger won the league, and we saw how he.
No, but
ended
I'm
his
talking about the
Arsenal
other managers that you're going up against. It's different when you're in a league and you just won
No,
it.
but
and you're
I
trying
don't
to
believe in this. You're the one that believes in this. I don't. I think, and I did a poll on this. I think had Liverpool had any semi-decent attacking manager last season, with Salah getting 47 GA, we'd have won the league anyway. I'll be honest with you. Like, we gave credit to Slot.
They've got the
but,
worst
like,
manager of the big six by far when you think about it.
by far, bro.
You think Slot is the worst of the big six? Okay.
Yeah.
Because again, you have to remember, just like you said,
The big six is now
yeah.
Villa, right? The big six includes Villa, not Spurs.
Whichever one, he's worse than De Zerbi, to be fair.
I don't think he's
Oh,
bad.
he's out of the seven.
Spurs,
He's out of the seven. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he's better than
Yeah.
Emery. I don't think he's better
Yeah,
than Emery or
let me ask you a question. Let me ask
Credit in the
Vito,
bank now just officially dried out.
Vito, quick question.
Yeah.
Got the
If
one
you gave
season,
if
it's
you
done
gave
now.
Emery this Liverpool team, do you think Unai Emery would do something with his Liverpool team with what he's doing with Villa? This Liverpool squad, the Van Dijks, the Alissons, the Frimpong's, the Verts. Okay, if you gave that same squad again to Maresca, do you think Maresca will be able to do something based on what we know that Maresca has done in the past?
I think.
Yes,
It's a tough one. It's a tough one.
Yes.
I'll go one further.
If you give Carrick,
that Villa team ain't all that. Let's clarify that because a lot of those players that are at Villa still was there under Steven Gerrard when he was battling relegation. Do not get him mistaken. There's a lot of
Yeah,
them.
I don't like that
That's
argument though, because they've it's been years where they can
Yeah,
improve, they can be more experienced.
Like
Like
that's improved under Emery is what we're saying. So the point,
Yeah,
of
they
Emery
have.
took
They
him.
have.
Emery
Yeah,
took him up
under
straight
Emery.
away though. They improved
Yeah,
straight away.
yeah,
He went from
exactly.
17th to 7th
do you see the difference? 17 to 7th overnight,
straight away.
one season.
One signing. They signed a fullback in the January.
Okay. All right.
So
I mean,
that's the big fear now. And you're talking about other teams improving and buying better players.
No,
and Liverpool just
I love the convo, but I love the convo because again, guys, when we have this, right? When we have this and we see Hussam being like, you know what, this Arne Slot and his managerial ability and the players, we don't know what players they get as of now. But if he believes they're only good enough to be like 7th or 8th, and he's doing a comfortable UCL position, do we now give the manager credit for not being as
Comfortable
disastrous?
UCL position. You know that it wasn't over until yesterday. Comfortable.
No, he's
my
talking
ass.
about next. He's talking about
No, I'm
next.
talking about next season. I'm talking about next season.
He's like,
Yeah, but
like,
next
Like if
season,
you-
like I said, I think literally if Chelsea just kept Maresca, they'd be 5th. We wouldn't have even gotten this 5th
I know.
place.
See, Hossam, he's saying next
That's
season.
the thing.
Let's assume that.
I'm saying next season if you guys are comfortably in UCL.
Yeah, but comfortable top 4 doesn't cut it, buddy. That's the problem. Because you don't sign Isak, Verts, Tike, Frimpong, Karkas to be comfortable top 4.
But
Van
you
Dijk's
can
gonna
have
stay.
up and down season. Your
not like
Klopp
this.
had up and down season.
No.
You can have
No,
up
no,
and
no,
down
no. It's
seasons.
not the
but
same as Klopp.
there's-
Klopp
no,
built
the
it from
thing
the
is,
ground up.
Vader,
I know
there's
he
drop
built it
off.
from the ground
I
up,
hear
but
Vader, I hear you. There's drop-offs, yes.
yeah.
But theirs is much more than a drop-off. If they was 6 points off top or 8 points off top, I would hear the argument for Arne Slot.
They had they almost had a mutiny
guy.
over at that club.
Yeah, and he was head honcho of that shit.
Yeah, so again, the learning experience. This is the one thing. Slot has only been managing as much as Arteta. The
No one
experience
learns
in terms
on
of man
150
management.
million.
Sorry?
You know
What
what,
did you think,
Vader? I'm not going to do
Vader,
this
what did you
gaslighting
think of the
shit with you
Salah post?
today.
I'm not doing the
What did you
gaslight. I'm trying to have a
think?
convo
Vader,
here.
Vader, what did you think
You're
of the
in your
Salah
feelings
post?
over there.
Gaslighting
No,
because
yeah,
you
of course,
smile
man.
every
He's
time
stressed,
you
man.
make a
You
point.
gotta allow him.
He
Vader,
should
what
be
did you
stressed.
think of the-
Congratulations on the engagement. Everything should be calm now.
Yeah,
Relax.
that's calm. And we congratulate him on that. But we
Yeah.
wish his club nothing but the
Bring
money.
peace.
But
That
what did
brings
you think
peace
of the
to
Salah post? What did you think of the Salah post, Vader? And all the
Well,
players liking it.
Again, this day and age of social media and all that kind of stuff, I don't think that's something Steven Gerrard would have done, in my opinion. And
Because there was no Instagram back
What do
then.
you
There
think
was no
of what
Instagram
Salah
back then.
said
Now,
and
what do
all
you-
the
how do you-
players liking it?
how do we even know that these players in the past did not do this amongst themselves just because there was no Instagram and we could not see it?
Oh,
Now
they
we can
Yeah,
see
there was
it.
no Instagram, mate.
A lot of them did it
Yeah.
back in the day, and that's why
a lot of them did it.
Yes.
Did you
There's
hear about
ample
when
times where players didn't like managers.
I mean, I think the equivalent would have been him doing an interview with a reporter or a journalist, right?
Oh no, what I mean they did it. I'm like you hear back in the day, like when I remember like when they used to play when they used to play midweek games and they talk about player power, like you don't play a particular player and they do form a group of 3 or 4 players and they'll sabotage the game. Like they'll make the manager look bad.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, the manager is forced to play the guy that they want him to play.
Yeah, I don't think Gerrard would have done that.
Okay, I don't know, man. I don't know.
But again, I think to go to Salah's post, I think it was in poor taste because
no, it was in poor taste. But I'm asking, what do you think of the players backing it up? Because the players are liking it, knowing it's public.
Yeah,
that's what I'm asking.
I think the players themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You're in a 2020. Do I ignore my fellow teammate with what he posts, or do I like it? Like, what do you do? And so, does it mean anything? Does it really mean anything whether they liked it or not? Like,
yes.
I think at the end of the day, they know this. They know that Salah was leaving. They can like this post and move on.
Of course,
it means something. It means a hell of a lot. If you like it, it means you agree with it.
Exactly.
A content creator,
no, but you may not agree. But again, with a post, you may not agree with every word that's said.
Okay, you agree with more often than not. Okay, Vader. So let's say you have an issue with a content creator. You have an issue with a content creator, and everyone knows you two have issues, and it's publicly noted. Yeah. And he posts up something of you. Do you think like being detrimental to you? Do you think I'm gonna like that post?
No.
Right, then that's the point that I'm making. Like they agree with it. They agree with the majority of what he's saying. Maybe not everything. They are saying that the manager's terrible. That's what they're saying. You had former players liking it. It weren't just current players. You got
his post didn't say that Slot was terrible. His post said that Slot and the club need to get back to the level.
You see, that's why I wanted to end it.
No, hold on. Find me the words where he said Slot was
heavy metal attacking football.
Yeah, he talked about the standard where he wants the club to go back to, not that
under the winning stuff. But he's not calling out the manager. He should have ended it with.
You know how you don't Vader's gaslighting because he said it's in poor taste. So what's in poor taste?
I'm not gaslighting. I'm not gaslighting. No, but hold on. Because this is what I do. Flawless said one thing, and then Husam's like, "Oh, now I'm not." Flawless, did Slot's post say that he thinks that Slot is a terrible manager? Because that's what you said.
Verbatim, but that's what he said. Yes, he didn't say those words exactly. But is he critiquing the manager? Yeah. If I'm the manager of my player post that, I'm fuming. I'm taking that as criticism. Yes.
Facts. Yes. Let me use an example from this panel. Let's say I post a video on YouTube titled "Vader is a gaslighter." Lewis likes it.
You do that all the time.
Dayo likes it. Flawless likes it, and he also comments, "Keep cooking, Hussam." Does that mean that they agree with me that you're a gaslighter or not?
And we might not necessarily agree with everything in that video was necessarily gaslighting, but we think you're a gaslighter enough. There's enough we agree with.
But the reason why, let me respond. The reason why a like isn't a true I'm in full agreement in it is because you'll get a like because hey, I found that entertaining. You'll get a like because
But again,
because 10% of what you did I like. That's how these likes go.
Play for the manager, bro.
Hey, you know what? Hey, madam, when you like a picture you're not supposed to on the Instagram, tell your woman that, man. Sorry,
let me paint you a different scenario. Let me paint you a different scenario. Somebody at my job goes and puts a post up. My manager. We need to get better people managers in this office because the way people have been managed in this office. Hold on.
Terrible. No, talk about the work. No, talk about the work culture. Talk about the standards of the workplace. He did not say my manager needs. No, this is.
Let me finish what I'm saying.
How about you bring up the exact words and I'll point out why.
Let me tell you what is exact.
These hypotheticals are trash.
Okay, fine. He says, let's go back to playing the high velocity football that we were used to.
Yes.
And this club was known for.
Yes.
Who created the high velocity football, the gang press that they were used to and that the club was known for? Club. He said, let's go back to the club days. When the player says that to the manager, and you're saying, I want you to go back to the club days, when I'm the new manager with my system, and because that system is not working, you can post that, you're out.
Okay, but at the same time, there was elements of them doing what Salah is mentioning last season under Slot.
Okay,
mic drop.
This is the post.
Mic drop. There's elements of what Salah described in that post with how Liverpool played last season under Slot.
1 second. Let me read it.
He made the post this season.
Us crumbling to yet another defeat this season was very painful and not what our fans deserve. I want to see Liverpool go back to being the heavy metal attacking team that opponents fear and back to being a team that wins trophies.
Yeah, He made
That is the football I know how to play, and that is the identity that needs to be recovered and kept for good. It cannot be negotiable, and everyone that joins this club should adapt to it. Yeah, go on.
So, like the manager, I don't know what else is.
But like I said,
Who's in control of the team style? My grandma.
Man says go on and then keeps rambling on.
Yeah, go on.
What I'm saying is, Slot had all those elements that Salah mentioned last season. So he's criticizing the manager to even go back to what he did, not necessarily going back to what Klopp did. So yes, he's saying, Dio, relax for a second, please. He's saying we need to go back to.
What are we doing here? Scooby-Doo? Like, what are we doing here? Like, you now want to string it to just the elements. And we just spoke about Liverpool and talked about how Klopp made some changes when he came in. He played Gravenberch in the 6, which Klopp did not do. He slowed down their tempo. They were not playing high game press football, and that's the truth.
They did in elements of it.
They did not. They did not. I could tell you about the football that Liverpool played. Yes, they played good football, but again,
if Hussam was honest, he would tell you that there were elements that Liverpool fans criticized Slot for playing like Klopp last season.
I'm just saying, if I ever have issues with anyone in this space and they post out some shit about me and any of you not like it, we're never brothers.
Yeah, and you're liking it and commenting. You're the have the same issue.
We not brethren no more, man. I'll be back in the ups.
Okay, let me say this. If one of us said, you know what, I want A-listers to go back where everyone got a chance to speak and give their opinions. I liked it better when they weren't over speaking each other, and I like that post. It's not a criticism with regards to Hussam being horrible, needing to be out of the channel. It's about, listen, there's elements that I prefer that I would like to see back. And that's what Salah is saying. He's mentioning things that the club did or things that his team actually did last season that he wants them to get back to. You guys are ignoring that. You're making it seem like he's only talking about Klopp.
We're not ignoring that. That is a valid point, what you made. But you know what? We also have to add into this. Those two have previous of having words. If this was just out of the blue, we'd all go, yeah, we know.
Yeah, that's a different convo. Yeah, that's a different convo.
What I'm saying is, so because they've had previous friction and spoken bad about each other publicly, yes, we're going to look at that different. If that didn't happen and Salah had just said what he said, I'd be with you more. We know what it is. Because they have previous. That's where I'm at.
But again, that's a different convo, though.
But in regards to the post is what I'm saying. The post is critical because they have previous. It adds to it, is what I'm saying. It's just another shot in their war of words. They've been doing this. That's just another one, is what I'm saying.
That's a point that I wasn't addressing, though. I was addressing with regards to the post.
And according to you, if he wants elements from last season, then he could have been very, very clear about it in his post and said, "Hey, the elements of our football." Again, if you want to be, But the reason I'm saying that is he knew he was going out the door. He threw a grenade in the room,
and that's why I said it was poor taste. That's exactly why I said it was poor taste.
That's all it is. And that's all it is. And again, he's criticizing the manager that you've changed your style this season, totally away from what we're used to.
Yeah.
And we need to go back to what we used to play.
Yeah, I'm in agreement.
Listen, but it also refers back to what this club is known for. And Liverpool has been known before Slot came for that high press football that Salah is talking about. It wasn't just for last season alone. They've been known for it, which means he's not only referring to last season, he's talking about how Liverpool have that this guy has stripped our identity. You're stripping our identity, and we need to go back to it.
Dio, no, hold on. This is where I got you. And this is why Hussam's quiet, because he knows that I'm on point with this one. Salah didn't release this post. Salah did not release this post last season. He released it this season. So with regards to the style of play, with regards to...
The whole point is not you're looking at this heavy metal thing like it's the basis of the argument. He's talking about the way we played this year, bro.
Yes. And he changed up what he did this year, but he had no problems with how Slot was playing last year. And what I'm trying to say, because many want to say...
football, which is the point of his post.
I know, but some want to say that he was making a reference going all the way back to Klopp. No, he could be making a reference going back to Slot last year.
Yes.
Can we agree to that, please?
Yes, no, we agree.
I'm not trying to talk crazy. I'm trying to be consistent here.
Hold on, but you're only isolated last year.
Let me just do this super. I want to end this thing.
He could have said because we played last season, we need to start playing that way again this season. Another loss, we need to play as well as we played last season. He could have been very particular if it was only about last season. He mentioned what we are known for, which includes last season. They've been known for this for years, is what I'm saying. Last season is inclusive of that knowing. You cannot just isolate last season and say, let's
Yes,
make
I can.
Salah look like it's just talking about just this particular one season. They've been known for
Yes, I
that
can.
all through up until last season. It's not like 2 seasons ago they played a different style of football, or 3
They
seasons
were playing
ago.
that style last
That's
season.
my point.
Kyle.
So they played the same style 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Yeah,
last
and he
season.
didn't like it this season because they dropped off from what they were
So
previously
the point
doing.
is,
Right.
the point, Vader, is we agree with you that last season is inclusive of the style of play for the last 3-4 seasons. It's
Yeah.
inclusive. So when the player
Yeah.
says, let's go back to the style of play that we're known for, he's
Yeah.
not categorically only just referring alone to last season. He's
It
referring
is
to,
referring because it changed this season.
I know he's referring to, let me land. He's referring to the 3-4 season, and including last season, part of it that they've been known for, is what I'm saying. It's not specifically just one season that they're known for it. They're not known for it for only last season, are they? The Gangan press style is not only known for last season. It's been known for the last 4, 5 seasons, 6 seasons. We've known
Yeah,
Liverpool to
and
play
Salah
that game.
only knows that style because he
That's
knows
what I'm-
our
That's
because
what I'm
he
saying.
knows this Liverpool under Klopp. He doesn't know the Rodgers Liverpool that weren't this style that he's referring to. But it was a drop off from this year. That's why he made the post. But I'm saying,
who wants to imitate Rodgers, Peter? It's like a United fan saying, "I don't."
I'm not saying that he wants to imitate Rodgers. I'm not saying that he wants to do that.
You guys, I'll go a rush to get some last
Yo,
minute
bless.
shopping done. I'll see
Yo,
you next
Lewis,
week.
pull up, man.
Up
I
my
sent you the
G.
link, fam. Yo, I sent
Yeah,
you the
no
link.
worries.
Pull
I'll
up
see you in a
the video.
sec. Let's
All
up.
right, blessings.
Didn't know another Ahmed existed, but I found Vater.
Ahmed.
Is what Ace Holding is saying. Yeah.
Which Ahmed? United Ahmed.
Yes. Trust me, this is not a compliment coming from Ace. 2 types of content
I like
creators.
Ahmed.
Deji, Wizard of Delusion, then Vater, Wizard of Gaslighting. This is very accurate.
You know what? He made valid points with the Liverpool things. I
Yeah,
disagree
because you
with
can't
most of it,
gaslight
guys.
100%. You have to include a bit of validity.
Oh,
So
here we
that's
go.
95% gaslight, 5% validity. So the people listening might
What's
go
your
like, "Oh, yeah,
percentage of
it's not
validity? What's your percentage? Hussam, what's your percentage?
I'll be
Anyway,
honest.
guys, we're gonna send you.
Hussam,
to
what's
Sarkozy's
your
TV.
percentage?
We're gonna send you guys.
Yeah, see? Look at this guy.
Thanks to Vater, you know, we're doing back
I
to
I
back
agree
weeks where
with you,
Vater
Vader.
gets
Last
clips
season
on
is
this
part
channel as
of
well.
it.
So
There's
big
a
up to you,
whole-
Vater.
there's many more.
Gonna help me get to 75k. Big up to you guys. Love you all. We're gonna send you guys over to Sarcasm City TV. He's going live now to do a EA Pro Clubs video, AFC.
EA Sports challenge everything. It's in the
Go
game.
over there. Subscribe. All the links are in the description. And I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow, inshallah. Peace out, Habibis.
Champion!